And the formerly Attic podcast is back, is known as the Nerdcast. What are we going with?
We're not sure. I think we're gonna have it's a working title as of now.
Working title. I know. We're just discussed it. And I messed
my people are working on it.
All right, but we got around the not so round table. We got Mr. Danny Mon.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be back in the internet space. I know.
We got
intrawebs.
John Lepresti coming in as all the time.
Yeah, hopefully soon we can figure out how to get me involved.
Yes, we have to learn.
That's a whole thing.
From
It'll
the
come down the line.
down south.
We have to learn about
down
the
there in
Skype
Sabania
business
area.
We got to learn
Should be
some
good.
technology.
So the
Yeah,
older of the
we're
group.
really good at that.
Yeah.
Really good at that. And we got Charlie.
What's going on? How's everyone doing? I'm so happy to be back. Drinking some beers with my bros. Gonna talk some nerdy things.
Should be good stuff.
Should be good.
You're the worst.
Or really boring. And I'm going to be sniffling the whole time, so I apologize.
What's new?
He's fired.
These are the jokes.
These are the jokes, guys. Waka Waka, bringing it back. Yeah.
Call back right there.
Fozzie Bear is kind of
Is it Fozzie Bear?
our guideline for comedy on the show.
Mr. Lepresti, what are we going to be talking about tonight?
Well, I got a couple things I thought we could dip into. I mean, it's Star Wars is obviously on everybody's mind. Everyone's talking about it. It's the big. It's been how many years?
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
Exactly. How many times have you heard that in the last few days?
Near
I figured with
Star Wars.
We'll all kind of talk about Star Wars, how much we enjoyed it, or how we got into it originally.
I hate Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay. Tiny Rick.
Tiny Rick. I'm wearing a Tiny Rick
Twilight
shirt from Rick and
Saga's
Morty.
better.
Oh, get out!
What is Tiny
Somebody
Rick
throw
from?
something at that guy.
Rick and Morty.
What is Rick
Vampires
and
on
Morty?
Rick and
Sparkle.
Morty is a comedy, Adult Swim
Oh, that's great.
Since this
comedy
episode's
cartoon.
a video cast, basically. As you can see, Danny's shirt, Tiny Rick.
Oh yeah, Tiny Rick.
For those that don't know, it's from Rick and Morty. And Danny, what is Rick and Morty?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I was kind of saying what it was.
Wait, way to cut him off.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show about. It's basically if Doc Brown from Back to the Future was a drunk narcissist who only cared about himself, and then
Morty.
Michael J. Fox.
Oh, Marty.
Morty
Morty,
is like
Morty. Well,
is-
yeah, right.
Yeah,
he's
Marty's the
basically
character
he is
in Back to the
basically
Future.
playing Michael J. Fox's character on that.
Yeah.
That's all
Only-
the same.
Only difference is that it's his grandson instead of just his random
Neighbor,
buddy.
yeah, the creepiness that is Doc
Yeah.
Brown and his
Because
relationship.
when you actually go back and think about that, so this how did Marty and
Well, they
Doc Brown
they
actually meet?
They're doing some comic books right now explaining.
Yeah,
how
but
Doc
I'm talking
Brown
about
and Marty met.
Actually,
it's just-
Same.
in the
Weirdly
movies
enough,
they never
the
touched on
second season, spoilers, of
you can't
Rick,
just say
Rick
whatever.
and Morty became also actually about Rick, Morty, and Summer.
Yeah, because she got more involved.
Like the first season, Summer was always with her parents,
yeah,
and then Rick and Morty were off on
She
like
was always the B
adventures.
storyline with the
Yeah.
parents.
But then the
yeah.
second season, they brought her into like the A storyline with Rick and Morty.
Well, yeah, because
and
of
then
the
the parents were always doing their own thing.
yeah, because it's not really much of a spoiler. But at the end, have you ever seen
It's
the
that feminist
show?
stuff, man. You know, first
No. At the end of the first season, that she
first
got,
it's
like,
Jessica Jones. Now it's now it's Ray.
What's wrong with Jessica Jones? I happen to enjoy
I'm
very
just
much.
saying. I'm being a
Was
men's
that
right activist.
Is that
yeah.
a segue there, Danny?
No,
Is that what it
I'm
was?
just
A
talking
Gregway?
about men's rights, guys. We got to fight for them because they're being eroded because women are finally getting shows about them
All right,
as
Jerry.
main characters.
Jerry is like one of the
Done
best
that before.
characters on TV.
Wonder Woman back in the day, they had
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman,
Yeah, all right.
Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, and
This is not news.
How many dudes?
One
had
Night in China?
shows? How many dudes had shows that are
What?
just about dudes? All right,
You
It's
didn't
never
know?
fair.
My God. We're not, I didn't think we were going that way with this podcast.
All right, yeah. So we're talking
She-Hulk
about.
porn parody with China.
Oh God.
So we're talking about Star Wars.
I don't
right?
think you had to say porn parody. Yeah, we were going to talk about Star Wars, and then a couple other things that got shot down by their group. I still say Kung Fury. Hilarious for anyone who was big in 80s video games
If you like
and
cheap
80s
things,
and 90s
it's really good.
culture.
We'll get there.
I mean, it's fantastic. We were going to try to talk Doctor Who as Charlie rocks his
Speaking
TARDIS
of cheap
beanie.
things,
Doctor Who's not
Wow.
cheap.
Not anymore. Oh my
Oh
God.
my
Uh,
God,
listen,
Danny. What are you
listen.
We'll
talking
get
about?
into it. We'll get into
there's
it
a
later.
reason
but
why they only do like 10 episodes.
Excuse me, they do more than 10 episodes.
whatever.
About 13 a season.
Not including the
I'm just
Christmas
being-
No, I think that
special.
might be included. I think it's 12, and then the 13th is the Christmas.
You know,
I'm
you're right.
just
Yeah,
being
you're right.
argumentative.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen. You can't really trash talk Doctor Who.
It's from the same writer as the Sherlock BBC show.
Yeah,
Stephen Moffat.
but it's better because it's time.
What about the episodes Paul Cornell writes
Paul Cornell writes of what?
of Doctor Who? He's written like 3.
I haven't seen that.
I don't know.
Oh.
Mark Gatiss writes some episodes, who's also a co-creator of Sherlock. And has also plays Sherlock's brother in the show.
Yeah. So we're going to maybe talk about Doctor Who. Who knows? Jurassic Park, because to me it was a big. I mean, for our generation, I feel like
It's kind of going to give us...
this is all. Hey man, this is just all. We were eating pizza before.
I mean, we're shooting
drinking
from the
beer,
hip.
trying
You
to
know,
figure
this
out-
is
I wasn't there for that when I was setting
There's
up.
a lot of question marks on this stuff. I mean, you can go
Especially
anywhere.
about Jurassic
I got
Park.
Flash season 1 on here. I got actually that's where the list ends, but still,
So they're on season 2 of Flash?
yeah,
Yes.
season 2.
I don't watch cable.
No,
We're like,
season 2
we're
just
like
ended, didn't it?
halfway.
Yeah,
We're
halfway
halfway
through season 2. I'm
two.
sorry. Yeah, okay.
They, what is it there? What's he call it?
The mid-season finale.
Mid-season finale.
I'm not gonna lie.
Which I
When
never
like
did.
Arrow showed up on the Flash, I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
Oh,
that's
totally.
But the thing is,
Wait until season 2.
All
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Arrow got so boring.
no,
And
see
Flash
that's
is
just
so
it.
good and so
You
fast
can't
paced.
True.
I
watch.
can't do the slow plotting pace of
That's
Arrow
what kills
anymore.
me, dude. There would be no Flash without Arrow.
What sucks about
You
Arrow?
know, I want to get into this right now. I want to get into this because you have been bad mouthing Arrow since since it started. You were like, oh, this is great, and then 2 seasons later, me and Danny were still, hey, this is awesome, and you just were like, it's so boring, it's slow. Now I'll give it to you. It takes some time, but it does pay. It's like a long run bet. It pays out
All
in
right.
the end.
Except for Olicity, which is the worst thing ever.
Oh, I hate that you
perpetrated
I hate
on
you combine their names
the
like
watching
Brad
thing.
Jelena or whatever it was.
Why?
what
Who do
that's
you want
called.
Ollie to be with? What's her name?
Ollie should be with nobody.
Not Sarah.
No,
Ray?
Ollie should be with no one.
Ray.
Oh wait, they said Felicity.
Ray.
That got a little weird.
Did we just get into Star Wars? What just happened there?
Yeah,
Is that
Oliver
your
should be
segue?
with Ray. No, Ray's way better than Oliver.
What's her name? The worst
No,
part of that
Ray's
show.
not better than Oliver.
Oh,
Like the new-
Laurel.
Oh my God, Laurel is
She's
painful.
the
No.
worst.
Every scene she is in
the
is
worst.
Oliver shouldn't be with
painful.
anyone at this point.
Okay, fair
He
enough.
should be a lone wolf.
A lone wolf who rides
Yeah.
alone.
Why is he with Laura?
No, he's with Felicity right
well,
now.
okay.
Wait, he is.
We
Yeah.
probably should have
Oh, wow.
started off this podcast and be like, there's going to be tons of spoilers.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about Arrow. If you're watching
Yeah.
it, you care. If you don't,
It's not
Yeah,
that
that's a good
Arrow's.
point.
It's
The
not.
8
But
people
I just
we're
want to
gonna
say,
get to listen
it
to this.
isn't that
Yeah.
Arrow's.
And Danny's gonna be 2 hits of the 8.
probably.
It's not that. It's not that Arrow's a bad show. It's just that Flash is so fast paced and Arrow is so slow in plotting.
You mean
it's
the
so
fastest man alive? Has got a fast-paced show? That's the craziest
I
thing
know,
I've
but it's
freaking
so
heard
tough for me to get into Arrow now.
Of. See,
If Flash wasn't on, I'd probably still love Arrow because I did before Flash came on.
no, you
You should
didn't
watch
even
Agents
see,
of Shield.
You,
Yeah,
that's when I couldn't. I watched the first episode and I was like, I can't
Dude,
do
I
this.
was
But
all the way
so
caught
there-
up.
Season
Like
2,
I
guys.
have seen all the way up
Season 2, what?
to
Agents of
What?
Shield,
and
It's
including
good
the
stuff.
last crossover
stuff?
of Arrow.
So you finally caught up. You
Not
watched
this most recent crossover, the last crossover.
Yeah, but okay.
Season
so you
1
get that.
crossover of Flash Arrow. I've
Which
caught
was
up to
great
that
with,
on Arrow.
with Rainbow Rider.
Rainbow Raider.
It
Yes.
was Rainbow Rider.
No, Raider.
Raider?
Yeah,
That
Roy.
sounds a lot better. I always
The
thought-
character's name is Roy G. Bivolo.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
Come on,
that is.
come on.
great.
Danny's
That is
Danny's going to be our resident comic nerd.
So anyway, I feel like you won't appreciate Arrow or Flash as much if you haven't seen Arrow, because like the little things that go on in Arrow.
No, I can. It's
always
fine. Anyway,
affect
Yeah, but
Flash. No.
I talked to way more people. I can more convince them to watch Flash than I
Yeah.
can watch
Yeah,
Arrow.
it's so much easier because it's so much.
Why?
It's,
Why is that? Is that because they think Arrow is more of a love story?
No, I think they have no idea what Arrow is. They just
But they know what the
it's like
Flash
a bow and
is?
arrow thing.
Well, it's on- it's on
well,
Netflix now.
the
It's
Flash
on
is a
one
bigger
season.
Flash is a bigger character.
and it's easier.
You think so?
Yeah,
but I don't think that
definitely.
necessarily can drive it. Like I said, I think it's the fact that Flash is it's
He's a li-
easier.
he's a
especially
likable-
There's
nowadays,
more action. There's
for
just
people to
more
get into
things
a
going on.
more
He's
fast-paced
more
show.
no, he's more likable.
I
That
agree.
too.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. He's definitely.
He's got a charismatic.
He's
Yeah,
definitely-
Arrow does have
he
like
just
a, like,
screams douche.
Second-rate
Yeah.
Batman-ish.
The
feel as a
acting is
character.
definitely better in Flash. Yes.
I do not. I do not.
Well, no,
agree.
I
Name
mean,
me a character
all right.
even.
Cisco is not very exciting at all.
What? I love Cisco.
No.
Cisco's
No.
hilarious,
Oh my
man.
God, the
Bit of a
vibe,
bitch.
man.
He's a
Wait,
bit
wait,
of a bitch.
Kimball, what do you think about
I'm a fan
Cisco?
of Cisco.
Cisco's
Yeah,
awesome.
see? He's like the tech funny guy that's actually funny.
Yeah.
for
I mean,
once.
I don't know.
Is it the character or is it the actor?
I
I don't like his haircut.
I
think
agree
haircut.
with
The
Danny on
actor.
that.
I
No,
think it's
to
the
me,
actor.
but the way because you said he's
That's
kind of
my
a
one
bitch,
problem
that's
with the character.
That's
Is
where
he's
the
got a
character's
weird
right.
haircut.
Cut your
a little bit of the
hair.
character, a little bit of the actor.
Cisco,
Whereas-
cut
See,
your hair.
is where
Do some
Laurel,
styling.
she's not a badly
I
written.
mean, I do have moments where I'm like, oh, Cisco, that was actually kind of funny. That was a good move. Or
Laurel
something.
isn't the worst written character. She's just the worst actress.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
she's
she's the
terrible.
worst written character because it's all over the place.
But that too. But
Like
still,
one moment
she's a
she's an
terrible
addict,
actress.
the other
You
time
could
she's
just have
doing these
White
other
Canary
things, you know.
or Sarah,
like name
and I'd be
me
okay with that.
somebody who's as bad as Laurel on Flash.
I did Cisco.
He's not even close.
Yeah,
You're so
all right,
wrong.
all right. He's off the island. You're voted off.
You
Cisco.
can't be on the
There you
podcast
go.
anymore. It's like you
That's
just
it,
voted
I'm
yourself
The
off.
Vibe fan club is in full force.
Oh God, here we go.
We're gonna be breakdancing across
I mean,
the
who
table.
doesn't like the gadget guy?
Oh, the villains
Yeah.
are better.
Oh yeah, the Flash villains are way better.
gosh,
Well,
so
because
I'm not arguing that.
Arrow's just stealing guys from Batman at this point.
Yeah, it really is. I like flipped out though, and this is a season 2 spoiler. Sorry, but
For
there's
what?
a 2-second for Flash. But there's a 2, and he's only on
Oh,
for like
no.
2 seconds. But loved it when King Shark.
Yes.
Shark showed up.
Oh,
For
God,
those
that
of you who
was
don't know,
awesome.
King Shark is a
Superboy villain.
he's okay, but he's literally a shark that like kind of like Killer Croc. Have you ever seen Killer Croc on? In
Well, it depends
Batman?
on the interpretation of Killer Croc.
Yeah, but okay. So
But
essentially, he's
he's
Basically-
half
Half man,
shark,
half
half guy.
shark.
Yeah.
Half
and
shark,
he's
half man.
huge, and
He fights crime on rollerblades.
no,
What?
that's Street
What?
Sharks.
Oh crap!
What's
Yeah,
that?
okay,
What
sorry.
is Street Sharks?
What?
Danny, how do you not know?
Jesus
This
Christ.
is why I don't,
I don't even know what Street
Oh
Sharks.
my
Street Sharks.
God.
It was like a cheat. It was like it was an attempt to use the.
Was
the,
it like
one
the
of
Mighty
last
Ducks
attempts.
cartoon?
It was
Remember that?
not as bad as that, but it was a blatant attempt to reformulate the Ninja Turtles. You know, four brothers who got this mutation.
Is that
They
like
had to be
Beetleborgs?
I saw the preview for the next Ninja
And-
Turtles, and I was like, I just cringed.
Michael Bay needs to leave our childhood alone.
Michael Bay is
I can
not
tell you
doing
that how that
anything.
whole movie's gonna. how that whole
I
movie's
really
gonna
kind of
go
want to see the
is-
next one.
I'm gonna pay money to see it.
I
and
didn't
I'm not
see
gonna
the
be
last
happy
one.
about it.
I didn't
but
see the last one either.
The biggest thing they did with that is they got rid of who's that guy?
Street Sharks
Freaking
Oh. I remember them now.
we got to Johnny Knoxville as
That's weird.
Leonardo.
doesn't ring a
It's
bell,
weird.
little
which was
Danny?
huge.
Slightly.
What? All right, he just showed him a picture. It's
Jesus, guys.
Street
basically
We
Sharks.
keep talking over each other. All right.
Well, no, the sharks on the Little Mermaid animated series, those were fun. That was good stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I was just talking about King Shark, and I feel like we got way too into the shark theme here.
Oh, you don't like
All
the,
right,
the
so-
sharks and the jets. Which side do we come on?
I feel like if I was listening to this,
Definitely the
right now, I would
Jets.
say why?
Yeah,
are they talking
definitely
about
the
Star Wars
Jets.
when they said they were going to.
Oh, for sure. And on
So we
top of
should
that,
probably.
it's everyone's talking over each other. There's nothing here to actually
All right,
listen
so
to.
you know what? I'm just gonna go straight into Dan Kimball here, who hasn't
Dan
been nice
Kimball.
enough to keep himself together. What was the first Star Wars movie you ever saw?
Well, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Ewok Adventure.
The what?
Ewok Adventure.
Yes.
The
No.
Christmas special.
I don't like. I was talking about this to one of my coworkers about because I knew we were doing the show, and I haven't seen like the original 3 since I've probably been 10.
Wow, really?
I watch them
And
every day.
then I don't know if I've seen the entire episode.
Wow. What about the prequels?
I've seen all those.
That makes me sad
Why?
because to me, Star Wars is New Hope, Empire, and Jedi.
Yeah, there's
No,
only
I
4
see.
movies as far as I'm
I
concerned.
used to watch Return of the Jedi a lot because I like the Ewoks and that final battle between Vader and Luke
That's
is
an
awesome.
Underrated battle.
So-
Such an
so-
underrated battle.
So, so you don't remember the first one you saw?
No, I don't remember which
Do
one.
you remember the first Star Wars movie you've ever seen in a movie theater?
I don't even know if I saw the prequels in the theater. I must have seen one of them.
Yeah, the first Star Wars movie I ever saw in a movie theater was Phantom Menace, which is one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Yes, I will own up to this right now.
Mine is 1997 though. I saw the re-release of,
Did you? I
that's-
didn't.
that's what I was gonna
Star
say.
Wars,
I
the
saw
original
all
Star
three.
Wars. Yeah.
I figured you would have.
Wow.
John.
They the
Probably Danny,
remastered,
yeah.
which means we added a bunch of CGI stuff because we know how to work computers now into the movies. And
But the truth is, in '97,
added
everyone
that.
thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then
Jar Jar steps
after
in the
looking back
poopy.
on it,
you
you're like,
remember
wow, it's kinda crap.
that whole talking over each other thing that we were talking about? A minute
Sorry, I'm
ago? I'm just saying that's when they finally got it back into it, and They thought they could make a quick buck, and I enjoyed some of it. I
don't think it's they thought they could make a quick buck. It's Lucas is a tinkerer and just keeps continually tinkering with those.
Well, wasn't the 97 releases in prep for the 99 Phantom Menace?
Yeah, they were testing out digital effects and stuff.
I mean, I enjoyed. I liked a lot of it. One thing I don't know, Danny, if you remember from the originals. From the remake is I did not like how they messed around with the Zarlak pit.
Oh, they
added that mouth that comes
yeah.
out, that like Venus flytrap. I was like, that's stupid. You didn't need that. Didn't need to do
Yeah,
that.
it looks terrible too. And then in A New Hope, they have Jabba walking around and he just looks terrible. And like Han steps on his tail and Jabba's like eyes bulge out and it looks awful.
Well, you know, because that scene originally was just Jabba when they wrote it.
Yeah,
Jabba was
it was
just a dude.
Yeah,
just a fat guy.
It was like a fat guy in like a furry suit.
Yeah,
well, not furry
God,
suit.
that is
He had like this weird furry vest. Yeah, it was weird looking.
That's fun. So, Danny, what was your first Star Wars movie you ever saw?
I think it was I had Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. They were taped off of USA Holiday Special, so it had all the ads and stuff. So like, there's like a Christmas tree shop ad in it. And
That's
like
the only
Doom
place I've
2.
seen them was on cable.
Cable,
Yeah, so that's why I don't think I've ever seen like the full episode. Because like my dad's a big fan of Star Wars, but like my brother's not, and I mean I enjoy it.
You guys are Star Trek fans. How'd that happen when your dad ends up?
I don't
being
know.
a Star
I don't know
Trek-
because like
Star
I remember
Wars
a
fan?
story happening that my stepmom said. He's like, yeah, every time it's on, you know, your father just sits there and watches the whole episode. So I don't know how that happened, but all right, let's go
weird.
back.
That's weird.
So was Empire then?
Yeah. So actually, I always wanted to see the first Star Wars because that's the one we didn't have. So it's sort of like my white whale. It's like, I need to see this movie. And for the longest time, I was actually someone who would always say, no, the first Star Wars is better than Empire. But now I just waffle back and forth. Like I honestly can't pick one. It's like depends on my mood.
See, the first one I saw was Return of the Jedi. And I thought that was its own movie when I was a
weirdest
kid.
thing is that so many people like our age are like the first one they see is Return of the Jedi, which is weird. Maybe it's the Ewoks, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe, but my dad recorded it, I think, off of like HBO. We had like one of those, free, because they used to do like free trial for HBO for like, and you would just randomly get HBO for like
I think
a
everyone.
weekend or something like that.
I think everyone's parents did that because I had a bunch of tapes from my stepdad.
Yeah, and they would just record it off TV. And we got so many movies that way. It was, you have free, HBO for the weekend. You would just, oh my God, let's get the cassette ready to see what's on. And
I actually have,
so
John, you'll appreciate this. I actually have somewhere in this house a recording of Royal Rumble 2001.
That's hilarious.
Let's get ready.
First WWE or WWF pay-per-view I ever ordered was that pay-per-view, and I recorded it with a VHS recorder I had in my basement in 2001, which is
because that was
still
what
DVDs at that time, but
I never
did,
got
though.
pay-per-views.
So
We didn't really watch any pay-per-views at all.
because you're not a wrestling fan, so.
No,
Yeah,
but I mean, I
basically.
don't know. There's boxing and stuff, and like
Okay.
they used to do pay-per-view movies too.
But yeah, well, I used to do a lot of different things like that. But that's all I remember is we used to watch a lot of the VHS tapes, and like I said, Return of the Jedi was the first one that they did, the first one that I saw. So I thought that was its own movie, and so I just thought, oh, this is a lot of fun. There's some
Well,
actions,
at least
there's
it has
things
an
happening.
ending,
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, this is great. And then years later, my dad was like, do you want to watch the first one? And I was like, first one of what? And he got the first Star Wars movie, and I was like, hey, that's that guy. And then there's his dad, so it was like, obviously I'm not gonna.
Luke, I am your father. I knew it already. Come on.
But still, it was so great. And I remember watching Empire though, and just being like, what am I watching? This isn't Star Wars. This is not what usually happens. Everyone's losing. What's going on? This guy's dead. That guy's getting killed. And that's when I first saw and fell in love with the Battle of Hoth.
Yeah,
That is to me.
that was one of the best.
like one of the
so
greatest.
The Imperial
sci-fi shits.
Walkers.
The
just
walkers.
walking,
I love that scene where they're in the trench
Yeah.
and all the rebel soldiers go up and they all just get in the line of like scrimmage, if you will, or like whatever
Yeah.
you would, almost like Revolutionary War style in a line like that. And they're getting the little like whatever
In the
that's-
trench.
Yeah, they're in the trench, but then they got that little It looks like a satellite dish with a laser beam coming out of it. And it slowly comes around, it's like, me. And then the AT-AT coming along and just destroying everything. And you're just like, they had no chance. They had no chance. And does anyone else think it's a little weird that huge laser cannon they had only fired one time?
No.
It's
It took a while to warm up.
Yeah,
They say it in the movie.
Well,
It's
still.
and then they blow it up, right?
Yeah.
It got a
It got blown.
couple
Well,
shots.
the power area gets blown up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what noise is like still to this day like burned into my brain?
The Wilhelm scream. Oh!
Well, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. That's in like everything now too. That's not even
Yeah.
like it, and it kills me because I'm like, that's from Star Wars, and then you'll see like every action movie anywhere where someone falls.
Other
There'd be a video of a guy
movies are
falling
using it, too.
over in like the bathtub, and he's just on the ground. It kills me.
They're like Imperial.
Imperial troops are at the base.
The thing that's like.
Oh my god! Yeah, the little black Imperial
little-
droids that are like out in Hoth, like searching for like
Yeah.
something.
Baby,
That
bab,
noise.
bab. Baby, bab, bab.
It's a safe
Because
bet the Empire knows we're here.
Not only like have I seen
The Imperial Pro
Empire Strikes
droids.
Back a bunch of times, but like I felt like in every video
Someone's
game.
gonna die.
Half the video game. I feel like in every Star Wars video game I played, half it took place on Hoth, where like that's all you friggin' heard was that noise.
Baby, bab, bab.
The entire
Baby,
time
bab,
you
bab.
play a
Yep.
Star Wars game, be on Hoth, and that's just be like 100 of them just all making that noise.
Imperial troops are under the base.
Just
Imperial.
head off.
That's fantastic. No, this one goes here. That one goes there. I'm trying to get us out of here, and you're taking this apart now.
I love Chewbacca's sounds.
Oh, yeah,
So,
right?
not including the
Not the newest one. That's not. I feel like we shouldn't get into that yet.
not including the first new one. How do you rank the Star Wars films? Who cares about the prequels?
I told you I can't.
Yeah,
It changes. Right now, I'd
it's every
say
mood. Yeah, I'd have to
6,
agree.
6,
Sometimes-
5, 4.
Yeah, because sometimes.
6, 4, 5 for me.
See, for me,
That does not mean I think
it throws
Empire's
it out.
bad.
It throws it all out. I mean, I would have to say today. I'd have to say 654 today. But you asked me tomorrow, and I could change around. But the only things that would.
I think 4 is the best movie, maybe, because it's the least full of fat of any of the movies.
Yeah,
Like,
it is the most stripped down. I actually will agree with that.
you know, it's just a basic farm boy to big battle. Good guys win.
If you watched all three of those without any bias whatsoever and just tried to watch almost as a movie reviewer, I think you would have to say that A New Hope probably is the best in terms of just a straight up movie. But
Yeah.
But then like Empire gets into all like the metaphysical philosophizing.
why does and Danny, maybe you can answer why does everyone think Empire Strikes Back is the best? I don't truly understand that.
Because it's
'Cause
just like
it-
in Clerks. It ends on such a down note.
No, but not only that. I mean, the special effects there's a lot less bad special effects in it. Like all the special effects are really good, and then like it's darker. And it's opening you up into a larger world too, because you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
you have
they go to-
Yoda,
they go to
and
Cloud
they get in the
City.
Force, yeah.
Cloud
No,
City, everything about that was
Yeah,
like,
but that's
what?
I mean Empire.
And
you
you
say
get
the special effects, but that's post '97. That was the one that really didn't get touched like at all.
yeah, because it's perfect.
No, because I just don't think he could. I mean, oh god.
What
Yeah,
else can
'cause you
really
can't
do
mess
that,
with it.
though, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, '97 screwed up Return of the Jedi. so
I
goddamn
mean,
bad.
Empire's
I don't know
not even
about
directed by George Lucas. Like he brought in a
I don't
new
know about
director,
You don't think the '97 one screwed up at Return of the Jedi so bad?
I think they screwed up
Jabba's
here and there,
Palace.
but- Yeah, that was not so great. But
That was the one that the one that got it the worst.
I mean, yes and no, because I feel like with New Hope they just added stuff just to add stuff.
It doesn't
Like,
take
a
away
lot
as
of
bad as
things-
Jedi does.
I mean, Jedi did the same thing too.
Well, yeah, but it fit better in Jedi. I feel
No, it
like.
didn't.
I feel like it.
Have
it
you,
kinda,
you need to watch
Oh
the
my
recut
God.
It's been
Jedi. Man.
maybe. I don't want to defend this point too much because I did. It's been a while since I've seen
Like
it.
the whole Jabba Palace thing, like
Ah.
the song they do is terrible.
Why did they get rid of the original song? It's painful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's right. No, it's coming back to me now. That horrible CGI version of what used to be a pretty damn
Slice
good
noodles, right?
puppet. Oh, now, I'd say completely retract my statement. And
in every shot that
Even
he could,
with
he
the
added,
blue.
he added 50,000 more things in the background going on.
just to do it. Yeah, but what killed me the most is I used to really like the there's like this blue creature playing the
Well, isn't he still there?
pianos or
What's his
something.
name, Danny?
He is, but he's they
Danny.
CGI him.
If you didn't ask me, I would have known. No, he's not. He's not CGI. Max
They made-
Max Rebo.
Thank you, Max Rebo.
Max
Yeah, that's the
Rebo,
blue
and they
guy.
make him look so dumb. It's
One of my
so bad.
favorites is that robot chicken with him. Oh man, I gotta play the show, man. Oh man, I gotta get the show, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that.
He's just walking
Yeah.
around.
So okay, should we alert for spoilers? Or alert for spoilers because I got to talk about the new one. I feel like
Well, wait a minute. What is your guys' actual thoughts on the prequels? I mean, it is a part of it. It's one of the only
I like
things left
Revenge
that
of
is
the Sith.
canon.
I like Revenge of the Sith.
I think
I
they
found a
should
lot
put
to enjoy.
so much more. They had so much time and could have come up with such a better
Ewan
story.
McGregor-
McGregor's
The
really
word
good too.
more should never have anything to do with it. It should less.
No, I said more time for that they had to make it a more.
They should just
transition, which they didn't even
remake.
bother with.
They should just remake Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. That's what they should do.
So
Only thing that's good
I
about
heard
Phantom
on a
Menace
podcast-
Phantom
is
Menace
the
is the
fight
first
scene.
one, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna
This
hate
is
me. I
pod racing.
enjoy the first one.
no, I'm a
What do you like
I'm a
about the
Phantom
first one?
Menace
See, I
sympathizer.
think I'm a little bit biased only because they got the big pod racing
I
scene.
love the pod racing.
Oh my god, it goes on forever.
I
I
cannot
know.
stand
Oh,
the pod
high
racing.
five on the
But
pod racing.
I
think
that
that-
is that kid.
That hits my my car
totally
racing
Wizard.
and stuff.
God, no.
Czechoslovakia.
Checo Sabova.
Okay, like if they made another movie,
Legit,
Like
I
a-
could
like a-
watch
like-
entire movie. I would just,
Quadranero's got
on
a missing power coupling.
like if they made like a spin-off Star Wars, like
Wait, you want a whole
Events-
movie?
No,
Kimmel's
Events
gonna.
on-
love
I
this.
would watch that whole
the
movie.
pod race. It's like Days of
on
Thunder.
Tatooine.
Yeah,
but
that's
pod
what it
racing.
is. That's exactly what it is.
Come on, let me finish my point. So if they made like a spin-off, and the movie was events on Tatooine or something, and it just happened to be like, oh, we'll test the waters and see how people feel about Star Wars again, and it just had random shit like pod racing and some kid who was the Force and other shit like they talked more about the Hutts and things like that, then maybe I'd be like, okay, that's forgivable. But to put that whole scene, that was like an extra hour on Tatooine where they're just like, oh, we met this random kid. Oh, we're gonna finance this kid because all of a
Well,
sudden this
he
thing that
is
we
the
just
chosen
picked
one.
He
is
is-
way too much.
He is the
going
chosen
on,
one.
and
you know.
no, I don't think he was.
And he has really high metachlorian count, guys. Come on.
Which we were gonna bring up this. Yeah, that's another thing. We're gonna bring up this thing about metachlorians and then never talk about it again for the rest of the series. Like, come on.
Well, because they already found the chosen one. They don't
Yeah.
have to explain
The
it
job
anymore.
was done.
Yeah.
Until listen, all I'm saying is until this new one just came out and Kylo Ren became the second greatest villain in the Star Wars universe, Darth Maul was the second greatest villain in the Star Wars universe.
I have to say that
Wait,
I
you don't like the
Darth-
Palpatine?
Palpatine's good.
No,
I-
no.
I liked Darth Maul more than Kylo Ren.
Boo, get
That's
out.
wrong.
Boo,
Holy
boo.
I'm gonna say
Wow.
this only because, and you're not gonna like this. But
You're
only
jumping ahead,
because-
though.
I am jumping ahead, but only because the last thing I saw, what's his face, who plays Kylo Ren?
Adam Driver.
Yeah, last thing I saw him in was "This Is Where I Leave You." So when he took his mask
Oh.
off and it shows his
I like
face,
that movie.
I almost started laughing.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
No,
But
it's-
I was like, this
wait,
is
wait,
hilarious.
Star Wars.
What?
Star Wars is great, or
No, I'm
This Is Where I Leave
This Is
You.
Where I Leave You was hilarious.
all right.
But I'm saying that was the last thing I saw. Anyway, so basically, the last thing I saw him was a comedy. So as soon as he pulls his mask off, I'm like, okay, your face isn't all fucked up. And
You guys just aren't Adam Driver fans.
I am.
That's what I'm getting.
I didn't
I'm
say,
not
I
really.
did not,
I'm not a fan of him either.
I didn't say he was a bad actor, but
So,
I just
so
he
his
just- he
character
was-
in Star Wars reminds me so much of his character in While We're Young.
I haven't,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's sort of like a hipster douche.
I
in
just
that.
I just felt like he was it was maybe his face had like a slice on it,
Yeah.
or something. He looked too. There was no reason for him to have that mask on at all.
I agree. I mean,
Yeah,
no. I
there's
mean,
a
the
reason.
mask is fine. Like I think.
Oh, it looks good. It adds
I
to
think
character.
I would have been much happier if he never took it off.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Whoa.
I agree.
We're getting too
But-
far here, guys.
No, it's on.
You get
It's-
the
it-
you get
it's
the
going.
moment when Han Solo goes
Hold
up
on.
to
Wait,
him.
hold
Come
Hold
on,
Stop.
You can't mask
What?
that.
We
You
got
can't
some-
mask
we
that.
got- This is emotion. This
I know,
is
but
it.
we got to line up the
All right.
spoilers and stuff like that.
I think at this point that people
Because you don't want to ruin that stuff. But
We'll just write spoilers.
You mean
just
on
'cause
the
I'm-
movie
just-
that's
I-
made $1 billion already?
Just to just kind of finish it, I actually do enjoy Phantom Menace. I think that is a
Fuck Phantom
okay
Menace.
movie. It's not great. It's not.
There's an entire spaced episode about how bad Phantom Menace is. All right, don't talk to me.
I'm gonna see. I'm the worst Star Wars person here. So
Yeah,
Phantom
well,
Menace is the third.
First.
Ah, see.
Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, no,
if you like Revenge of the Sith, you just are an idiot because any scene that General Grievous is in is one of the worst scenes in the history of
All right,
Star
first
Wars.
off, we're gonna go away from insulting listeners and or other people with opinions.
No, I'm insulting
Okay.
opinions.
I don't know.
Because-
General
because especially
Grievous is
nobody
not
who
good.
says-
He's got 4 lightsabers. It's retarded.
Anyone who thinks that the best Star Wars movie is Phantom Menace has no right to call anybody an idiot.
That's fine. I mean, if you
All
enjoy that friggin' no from Darth Vader in the third one,
Listen,
you're wrong.
I didn't say that was any good, but you can't say that.
Anakin, I have the high ground.
you
No.
underestimate my powers.
No, it was. Oh god, it was so.
I'm gonna flip a lot now. Which? Oh, I'm dead.
All right,
You were the chosen one. You were supposed to jump higher than that.
It's all. I mean, we've all seen the memes and seen it done, but it's a mess. It's all terrible.
Yeah.
All three of those. That's what I mean by they.
I'm happy they exist.
You're happy they exist.
I'm happy they exist.
I do like.
I'm not mad.
we
that they
don't need a
exist.
pristine franchise. You know, it's
I
gotta
agree.
have some rust on it.
Yeah, they don't. I mean,
Right
there isn't a
Blue
pristine
Ranger. What do you have to
franchise.
say there?
I do like Attack of the Clones because for most
Oh
of
my god!
hold on. For most of that movie, Natalie Portman's nips just like boom, just
No,
out there for the
refuse
world to see,
I
and it is
refuse
wonderful.
to acknowledge Natalie Portman as a sexual being because the first thing I saw her in was The Professional, which is like the greatest freaking movie of all time, and she's like 11 years old and wants to be an assassin. And anyone who hasn't seen that movie, The Professional, you need to go watch that right now.
John always wanted to be an
It's
assassin
fantastic.
too.
Yes, that movie made me want. As an 11-year-old boy, I want to be an
I think
assassin.
I did see that movie.
That
too.
movie is absolutely fantastic. Gary Oldman's in it.
She got a didn't she get an Oscar
Amazing.
nomination for that?
No one got anything for that, which is a shame because
Yeah,
that is
I don't
like
know. I'm looking
Gary
that up.
Oldman should have so many. And that's a whole other. I could do a whole podcast about how great Gary
But
Oldman
see,
is.
that's
but
okay, John, because Danny.
No, whatever you're gonna say right now, no, just no to
Danny,
it.
all right, hold on,
Because
because Danny
I held on.
still
to
has wet dreams about Kristen Stewart, and the first thing he ever saw her in was The Room.
What?
All right, so
What?
when she was like 10,
The Room. What? I don't even know what
not
the Room is.
yeah, The
The
Room,
David Fincher movie,
Yeah, okay.
Panic Room.
Panic Room. Sorry, Panic Room with
Larry Fishburne's in it
with the-
too,
with
and
the-
Jodie
I
Foster.
I just don't
Jodie
agree.
Foster. Thank you.
I just don't agree.
That's who
but
is that
I
in there?
did.
Larry Fishburne.
No,
I
no, no.
think,
Who's
too.
the little girl?
Kristen Stewart.
That's
Yeah, she's also in the Thora, which was the Jon Favreau movie he did before Iron Man.
Oh, I
Also,
didn't
if
see
I'm not
that.
mistaken,
One of the
I think
reasons
Drew
why
Barrymore
they
did
got
Playboy, and all I could think of is
She
E.T.,
did. She did.
which is really weird.
She did. But when it came out, I was like in middle school, and I didn't know she was in ET. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's Drew Barrymore!" And I was like, "Who? Boobs!" Hi.
She's
But-
not that good looking. Anyway,
No.
Yeah, but come on. When you're a teenager and you hear someone's in Playboy, you don't care who it is. You just want to. This is before internet too, so
random sidebar here.
How-
Beautiful, brilliant, awesome that Playboy, their last official nude magazine, like because they discontinued doing the
Hold
nude.
on. If you're about to say that Pam Anderson was their last person on there, you're wrong.
she's the last nude model in Playboy.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
She's not. She's on the cover. She's not the last model. They had two other girls.
She was the last cover
Yeah, the last cover, which I
and the
think
last centerfold, naked centerfold.
They had two other girls.
Yeah,
in
but they're
there,
not the center.
right.
They're not the.
But that doesn't
They're
mean
not
the
their featured
centerfold,
one.
yes.
You know,
All right, I wasn't
they're not
sure.
the
I
one
didn't know-
that's
I know where
making
you're
this.
going with
You know.
it. You know where
Yeah,
you're going
so-
with it.
So Pam Anderson was on the last one.
Of course, only fitting.
How old is she now?
She had the most covers.
She did.
Yeah,
I don't know how old she is now. Probably in her 60s, 50s.
old enough to be naked in Playboy. That's
And
all I-
still
Did you
rocking
see
it?
it? Did
yeah.
you see it?
Oh my god, yeah.
I showed John like the cover or something, and she still got it.
I knew that beforehand though. I used to love her, and this is gonna date me right here, but I used to love her on Baywatch. I used to love the shit
Oh
out of
yeah,
that
yeah.
show.
I mean, who didn't? Who didn't?
It was,
But
Well,
I don't understand.
It's all about the running.
I'm very surprised that
They're
it's
running.
Well,
Where they're running to?
there's a little side note too, but I'm surprised that they're getting a lot more views because of that.
Because of what?
Because they
of-
took out the nude models.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Playboy's always had good articles though.
I'm not disputing that. And actually, to
I've
be,
only read it for the articles. What are you guys talking
I
about?
mean, to be honest with you, I haven't picked
I'm
one
not
up
gonna lie.
in probably 3 years. the porn section is actually very or the nudity part is not much of the magazine.
No.
Because it's more it's funny because now it started off
There's
as one thing, but now it's a very credited.
No, but it always
magazine,
but it's always had like good writers. Like what's his name? The guy who did the Fahrenheit 451. He's Ray Bradbury's written in it. That other guy, Cat's Cradle, whatever the guy is. Come on. He's dead. Whatever.
The song Cats
Slaughterhouse 5, that writer. Kurt
They
Vonnegut.
tested it
Kurt
for-
Vonnegut's been in it.
Did you hear they?
Did Hunter ever do anything in there, or is he only in?
Wes Thompson?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know they tested
Yes,
it
John.
first on
I was waiting for a response.
the.
I said yeah. Sorry.
It wouldn't shock me.
On the website, they took the nudity off the
really?
website first and see how it did there.
They used to have Mark
That's
Wade
weird. I feel like that's
review
where
The
you
Flash.
can put. I feel like that's what
I
I
remember
would
they
do.
had. I don't know if
personally.
they still do, but I remember they had the Playboy channel. It was the Nude News,
Oh my god.
and I was like,
The only time John watched the news.
I'm sorry.
When
Did
I was a
it,
kid, yes, I will admit it. I was like, hey, I mean, and my grandfather had it, so I was like, oh my god, the news is on. Oh my god,
They used to
news
watch
is
it
so
together.
Interesting. The news is so interesting now. I care about politics.
Get over here, John. This is the real
I
news.
blame you, Charlie, for this.
No.
Getting off
I
topic,
was
talking about
in the
Natalie
middle- I was
Portman's
in the middle-
nib.
Yeah, I was over here trying to talk about how Star Wars and I was gonna say how I think it was a good scene with the clones versus the Geonosians and the droids. I thought
Did
that
you
was
guys ever-
pretty cool.
you guys ever
So
have
we're-
that thing?
So we're just
Ugly
not going to
looking.
go
Where
back
you'd
to
get
Star
the-
Wars talk.
Ugly
Well, not to the
looking.
prequel talk. We'll just go right to the. But did anyone ever have that thing where, like, you know, back in the olden days of tube TVs, when you'd have like
CRTs?
you'd have only like 60 channels maybe, but like if you went past 60, you get the scrambled. Sometimes you
The
get the
scrambled.
porn, but it would be scrambled. But you'd be like, I think it's
Yeah,
a boob.
there's like a
Yeah,
light.
it's a boob right
can
there.
hear it.
There's like a lightning storm coming in. Oh, it's coming in a little bit.
yeah. Basically,
You would get the. You would get the. You would
like
get
the audio would come
You would
in.
get
and
the audio.
but you get like the fuzzy screen.
And the worst part was too, you'd maybe have like the sound up because you're just watching whatever, and you'd be like, "What is this?" And all of a sudden, be like, "Oh my god, my parents are gonna find out!"
horrible.
And you'd immediately start trying to turn it down.
I never had that.
You never had that problem?
No, I was too busy absorbing new media, man.
What new media? This is like
all the
before
TV
internet.
shows,
What
man.
are you talking about?
All the new,
there
all
was
the
no
television
media.
shows, man. I had to watch. I had to watch my ER episodes.
Oh
or
my
whatever.
god!
God,
West
Frasier.
Wings.
I was watching
You were watching
Frasier,
Frasier.
guys.
Smartest show on TV.
He was
Yeah.
watching Buffy. He was getting caught up on Buffy.
No, I didn't watch
waiting for
Buffy as a
Angel.
kid.
Waiting for Angel to start.
Yeah, no, I never watched those.
He
as a
was
kid.
like, "Oh my god, I
You
can't
ever
wait."
watched Dark Angel?
Trying to.
no, Angel,
Dark
not
Angel
Dark.
was
Who's
awesome.
Angel?
Angel was a spin-off of Buffy.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's right. I used to watch WB.
I remember
but
Dark
I
Angel,
couldn't
though.
Get into it
Yeah, so do
anymore.
I.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was great. I'll never forget that scene, like the first episode with Jessica Alba in a red dress and soaking wet hair, and she's just sitting like that was the pitch for the show. Like, I
That
didn't
show
know
was only
anything
on for
about
like
it.
3 seasons, wasn't it?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it was
anything
very
about
short.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really cool. She was like a secret agent,
James-
but it had
James
like cat
Cameron.
DNA in it or something that made her like really special or something. Like
You want
powers.
to see? You want to see some hot Jessica
That was
Alba?
great.
Idle
great.
hands.
Yeah, that's true.
So we get a recurring theme with you.
Yeah, you just want
It's
to
just
talk.
like,
You're
yeah.
just like going on one.
You're
thing
the
here.
dirty
We're-
old man.
Sorry,
here.
I'm
Why
married
did
with
this
a.
happen?
I'm married. My wife's pregnant. I don't have sex right now, so
Oh my god!
Oh,
so you're just like,
TMI.
yeah,
I'm just
nobody cares about your problems.
I know.
There, Billy.
So let's get into it, guys. The Star
We
Wars.
were in it. I was talking about how
No,
the
no,
Star
but-
Wars Geonosian battle.
That we're-
scene
no,
was
we're not
pretty
getting
No,
into
good.
I'm
that.
not getting into that.
But
Jesus
I-
Christ. You're getting into a scene that involved Gungans. Any scene that involved Gungans
There was
sucks.
no Gungans in that. He's
Yeah.
He's talking about the attack on the cloners. That's just terrible.
God,
it's terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's right before Yoda starts flipping out.
I thought you were talking about that
great.
that
Legit.
battle that took place in the middle of the most random field, just this wide open field, and all of a sudden there's just a
That's
battle.
the first one.
the-
no,
the-
between the.
that's your favorite fucking battle, though.
That's not the first one.
Yes, it is.
Well,
It's
which
on
wait.
Naboo, and it's with the Gungans versus the
Misa no
droids.
have a boo ball.
Oh God! Don't ever. Not on this podcast.
Is that Danny? Is that
Not
the first
on
one?
this
What?
podcast.
Yeah,
You're gonna
when
ask
they're in the
him?
green field.
Look at
Yeah.
me. Look at the guy who's right. All right. You're starting to.
All right. So Force
How much
Awakens.
extended? Hold on. How much extended universe do you know about?
I know how to spell Kashyyyk.
Danny,
That's
how
about
much
it.
extended universe do you know?
I'm a big fan of Jason turning to the dark side.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's the best part.
No, it's not. It's the worst.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, and also I've read the Legacy comic books that John Ostrander did about Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker's son's son, Ben
Actually,
Skywalker. I think
John,
it's son.
you are a fan of some extended universe.
To a small degree, I read a book once back in the day.
Well, not even that.
But I was a huge fan of, and it's gonna, I loved the Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront.
That's good too,
I
but
played it so much.
Is that
and,
really
like,
that much
researched-
back in the day?
It's not that much back in the original Xbox, but I mean, I loved that. I liked knowing every little
But that doesn't-
detail. And
Are
was
you
very
are
observant.
you Shadows of the Empire fan?
that's what I was
Loved
going to
Shadow of
say.
the-
Dash
oh my
Rendar,
God.
man. Come
Dash
on.
Rendar- I want to know when he's coming in the movies.
Or
That's what I
Kyle
want to
Kyle
know.
Katarn. He was cool too.
He was pretty good, but no, Dash Runner had the ship. That ship was boss. That
That's
was
technically extended universe.
that was like small Millennium
yeah,
Falcon
that all
action.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because
It's not canon.
Who was the bad guy? Like Xandar or whatever. They made that weird. He was green and had like a funky. He was like a half. He looked like a Klingon meets like Yoda meets like
A Rhodian.
weirdo. Yeah, he was weird looking.
All right.
That was good stuff though. But
So, guys, we've all seen Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is it. We're going to get into the meat of it. Star Wars The Force Awakens.
I didn't see it.
Yes, you did.
just
Spoilers. If you haven't not seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, stop
all right.
listening, go watch it, come back, and continue listening.
Actually, I would stop listening earlier on. But
Yeah,
Me too.
we really have to put a thing underneath that says like spoilers.
that's okay.
In big
You
letters.
need people to listen to put things underneath.
Yeah, right. We're probably just talking to a bunch of idiots talking to ourselves. I know, but seriously, okay. So this is my thing that cracked me up the most about that movie, and I do mean cracked me
Which
up.
movie?
Well, hold on.
It's The Force Awakens. I don't want to hold on. I want to talk.
No, I'm going to let you talk.
Ah,
So, give us your story on your. Give us your story
oh
on
god,
your.
oh god, my spoiler, the spoiled
Yes.
spoiling.
I don't know why he's on Facebook, guys. It's its own
Oh
fault.
my god, Facebook is the devil. This is one of the reasons why I don't like Facebook anymore. I don't like social media as much.
Don't
because-
blame Mark Zuckerberg.
I don't. I blame everyone else who uses the product. I don't blame the product. I blame everyone who uses it. So I put up on my Facebook page. I saw it. I thought it was funny. It was a picture of Darth Vader with his hand out, doing the force choke, and the caption was, "If you spoil the new Star Wars for me, I'll force choke you with my actual hands." And I was like, "That's funny, haha." Plus, it makes people realize, "Hey, don't spoil it for me. That'd be a real jerk move." So, I put it up there. Forgot I put it up there. 2 days after the Star Wars movie comes out, this kid from my old unit.
Why did it take you 2 days to see Star Wars?
I didn't see Star. It took me over a week. It took me about a week or
See,
so.
that was
I
your-
was busy
that was
driving
your
from
mistake.
Georgia, Danny.
No, you wait. You don't wait, man.
Danny,
You
it
don't
was-
want to
it
get
was
spoiled.
2
You go
days-
the day of, man.
No, don't even start with me. It's not the point. So what happens is, it's 2 days. Plus, you ruined the whole story right there. So 2 days after the whole thing comes out,
God
I
damn.
check out my Facebook page, and it says this kid from my old unit, because I used to be in the army. It says Han Solo's son kills him, and I was just like, haha, he must be totally kidding, because I knew nothing of the story. So I'm like, Han Solo's son's not even in this movie. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, you're crazy, huh? And then I went and saw it, and then it was just deflated the whole time. Like,
Sorry.
after about, as soon as I found out that Kylo Ren's Han Solo's son, I was like, this sucks.
Well, I thought Han Solo was going to die anyways.
I mean, we'd only come back if they see it, but
yeah.
still, it's not
Because
the
like
point.
Harrison Ford,
You don't really know.
Harrison Ford seemed really jazzed to be in this movie, and there's no way he'd be so jazzed unless they were killing him off.
So so I saw it the next day. I go to work, and so I was talking to Brad. We actually talked quite a bit about it, and so he never saw it. So I just threw it out there. I was like, "Oh yeah, Han Solo dies." He's like, "What?" And he was just like freaking out and everything. And then
I had a guy when Han Solo died stand up in my theater, yell "F you" at the screen. Yeah.
So you saw it. So you saw it opening night,
No, I saw it Friday morning.
and you making fun of
Yeah, well,
Right,
I wasn't on the
right.
Facebooks though.
Yeah.
From Tuesday when the premiere happened,
Oh, my
I stayed
God.
off Twitter and
Let he who,
Facebook.
is without sin cast the first
I
stone.
never actually. I
Especially
didn't
in the
even.
Star Wars universe.
I saw one preview for the movie. That was the only thing I saw. So I was
One
going.
like trailer.
Yeah,
Really? Wow.
that's why
I saw
I
all
saw
three.
that one. I think the first one that came out, the teaser.
That's the first one.
And,
I saw.
and I was just
It's
like,
all
I'm not
true.
watching anything
All of
else.
it.
The only reason I watched
Force
it is
the
because
Jedi.
everyone was always talking about it. So I was like, I feel like I need to watch this.
Yeah.
I just randomly caught it. I forget where or how. Probably one of these two.
Towards-
dudes was like,
toward-
you gotta see this.
Towards the end, the TV spots were getting annoying though. They kept showing up
stopped.
like every 5 minutes. I'm watching The Flash, and the stupid thing comes up. Saying,
What do you guys feel though? But like the hype for this movie was like ridiculous.
It was too much.
I mean, like, you know, you get a movie coming out, you get like talking about it for like a month ahead of time or whatever.
This has been going on since like June.
Yeah, it's been like way
I
too
don't know.
long.
I felt like it kind of snuck up on me. I actually wasn't.
Really?
I
did
wasn't
not.
really.
You just said it comes on the
yeah.
commercials for Flash.
Yeah, but that
you
was like the
contradicted
last
yourself.
month. The last month seemed long, but before that, I was kind of like,
I mean, any
dude,
place
I
you
was
go,
not-
like you
Yeah,
go,
Star Wars oranges, Star
Yeah.
Wars coffee mate,
Yeah,
Star
everywhere.
Wars, you know, the flamethrower.
my entire life is inundated with Star Wars, anyways, so I didn't really notice the
well,
difference.
yeah, I could agree with that.
I was like, where is this
You?
all coming from out of nowhere? I felt like it was a lot, and it just bombarded me, and I did not appreciate it.
Like I watch Star Wars like probably every 3 months or something. I was watching Rebels and stuff, so like it wasn't really a big deal that I'm like, oh, now they're selling toilet paper, whatever.
It was way it was way too much, way too fast.
What did you think, Charlie?
I got caught up into it, dude. Like a tornado, it went right over me and just sucked me right up into it, dude. I was into the hype. I bought like I went
You bought shit?
Did you buy stuff?
To some extent.
I haven't bought stuff
Dude,
yet.
I bought Campbell's chicken noodle soup because it had friggin' R2D2 on it. I bought Star Wars
Wait, BB-8
cereal.
wasn't on it?
I know.
I bought Star Wars cereal with Yoda on the front. I went to Subway twice, and both times got like a sub for me and my wife, and
My
they-
wife.
And I specifically got the largest cups they had because they were
Commemorative.
Star Wars commemorative cups. I have
Yeah, but
two
you know what?
of BB-8 and 2 of Chewie.
You know that you're notorious for buying like those
Commemorative
those
cups?
Yeah, like you still have the dark. I've been to your house, dude.
I love
You have, like,
souvenir cups. It's a sickness.
You have you still have the Dark Knight, like the
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight
Rises.
Dark Knight Rises cup. You've got like the
I have a
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's the
Amazing
worst one
Spider-Man.
to get, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, right.
It
But
doesn't even
there's so many. They're so huge, and you never. And you know,
Go
every
see
time
Star
we try to
Wars.
use it to make like alcoholic drinks,
It's really tough to drink alcohol out
It's
of.
way. It's like it's
Yeah,
a
because
trash barrel.
it's all like peeling off as you do it.
It's literally just like
I love
drinking a
plastic
trash barrel.
drinks.
No, but I completely got caught up in the hype. I was pumped. And then I said it. I walked out of the movie theater. I went with my wife, who actually really liked
My
it. She doesn't
wife.
really even...
Yeah, my
wife.
keeps
Very
doing
nice.
it.
I like.
One-
She doesn't
one-
even
four
really
times,
have
yeah.
any affinity for the original ones. Doesn't even really care for them that much. Liked this. Like, was like, no, that was awesome. But I walked out
It
and I
was
was like,
good.
this is it. This is what it felt like. It was like in 1977, when those people walked out of that movie theater of A New Hope, this is the feeling they had.
No, their feeling was better.
It was so much better because
Yeah,
there was
that was
Not-
completely
no,
new. That was
right.
completely new.
The time between the movies, and just like, oh my god, like what just happened? What did we
See, I-
experience? And then
See,
the awe, and the,
Here's the thing, though, right?
you know, and there was no hype to it. It was just Star Wars. Like,
I
have
didn't-
you ever seen the trailer for the original Star Wars? It's
There was
just,
hype.
Yeah, it was a bit of hype. Yeah,
but it
A little
wasn't nothing compared to what it is today. And this, have you ever seen the trailer for the original Star Wars? It's just like,
Dude, I
Stu
understand that.
Skywalker,
I don't care.
And this
Like,
person there.
yeah,
bit.
but
A
here-
farm boy.
John,
Yeah, it's-
no, but see, here's the thing. You guys,
What's the
like,
thing?
like, are you?
Tell me what the thing
but
is.
are you guys? Are you guys me? Do you know what I felt when I walked out of that movie?
We
No,
do,
but
because
I
you
was
just
there
said
in
it.
1977. All
I
right,
was there.
I had just seen a
seen
double
it.
double
and not only
feature
that,
of
John,
Rocky
but you're,
and
and no offense, I don't mean this to be mean, but you had it spoiled for you. You had your viewing was tainted.
Oh, I'm not arguing that.
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
even
Mine
saying
wasn't.
that.
I had the most pure viewing. I
I'm
had
just-
absolutely zero
Oh,
idea
yeah.
what I was walking
so
into.
when you at any
You had
moment
a
when
little
you,
bit of an idea.
no, zero. I had no idea.
You had the What I'm saying is the mere existence of the previous Star Wars.
That's fine,
movies.
but it's not.
Because that's not. How can you say it's fine, but it's not? You had those Star Wars movies.
Yes, I understand.
They never had anything like that beforehand.
I understand.
yeah, they did. It was called The Adventures of Superman in black and white with George Reeves.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's what they felt.
There you go.
Flash
Like, there
Gordon.
is a difference, yes, but it's very similar to what they felt. Like I was like, this is what they felt like.
I want to find someone who saw Star Wars.
Listen, I saw Jurassic
first
Park
time
and
in
like in Toy Story.
1977.
I don't
Toy
understand when-
Story was a
Record their
revelation.
reaction.
All right.
When they walked out of that movie,
Build a
they
time
probably
machine.
felt the same high. I was feeling this high of like, holy Jesus, that changed my life.
I know. My father saw it, and I'm pretty sure he saw the originals in the theater, and he was like, he had a big smile on his face afterwards. You know,
see
That's
that? All right. I'll
See, actually, when I
I'm
was
sorry,
watching
guys,
the
but
movie,
that was an experience for me.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't.
congrats.
I'm just saying it was probably a bigger thrill for the people who saw it in 1977 because there was nothing like that beforehand. That's all I was trying to say.
I mean, I definitely after I got out of it, I felt, I guess, I don't know, I get like this weird tingling feeling a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it in your gonads?
No, not
Just had a
specifically.
huge
But
boner.
you
Just
know,
walking
I
down
had
the
that
place.
I had that same feeling
That
that
could be something else.
the first time I actually saw.
The Matrix,
No, I love The Matrix. But what was the James Cameron movie?
Avatar.
I
Really?
got a weird feeling about that.
You know what? I have to agree with you because
I felt
really liked Avatar. I enjoyed that very much.
Danny, let's leave.
Why, you don't like it, Danny?
No, Avatar's fine, but it's not a revelatory like revelatory moments. Like when I saw There Will Be Blood, like that was when cinema came alive for me in terms of like a means of metaphor and stuff, and
I've
like
never seen
saying stuff about the world. Like that's when I started to think about film as film, or like when Toy Story came out, like you were
man.
seeing the birth of something completely new and original, like
I think they're like Pixar
computer
came
animated.
out and they started making all those movies.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
but nothing
That was just-
Pixar ever did has ever like approached what
Matched.
the first Toy Story, just in terms of what it did.
See, I mean, no, I agree with that. Toy Story was one of those, but for whatever reason, Avatar sticks in my head. But I only get that feeling when I go to the theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
never
never
seen it on TV. Yeah,
I never get it, and I rent movies specifically, and I get a fairly decent setup at the
you got
house,
nice TV.
Yeah.
and I don't even come close to getting that same feeling.
I feel like it's the experience. It's the
Shared experience.
Yeah, the
Of-
shared
Yeah, but not
experience.
really,
You're
though. I mean,
there with the-
sometimes
Well,
you
yeah,
go-
because most
and
of the time I'm like
it's
freaking
so-
out. You put your phone away, or I'm gonna kill you, guy.
Well,
You get
no,
some guy standing
Yeah.
up when Han Solo
Yeah,
dies.
yeah. But I mean, that made it more memorable. That some
Yeah.
guys like F you.
And I feel like you can't, like, you sort of engrossed, like, the screen's so big, and
Yeah.
you're there for that one specific person.
Well, and then you
So
got like
because you know
the
you're paying
bass
for it.
hitting and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're forcing yourself to kind of get more into it. You're sort of putting yourself into that environment, and that kind of gives you a more intense reaction. And I think that's great, though.
It's like when you see a really good comedy too, and like everyone laughs at all the right spots. Like it's just
Yeah.
infectious.
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
you
like-
can, you're like, okay, yeah,
that's
that
hard to
is really
replicate.
funny.
Yeah, because at home you wouldn't probably
Yeah,
laugh.
I'm laughing by myself
Yeah.
at the screen.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you laughing at? No, the thing. You had to be here.
yeah, exactly. I would have loved to have that movie not spoiled. That's what really bugged me. Like once he gets killed, that bugged me. But one of the things I loved though was that in this movie, in this Star Wars, they kind of makes fun of themselves a little bit here and there. Like, I love when so that's the guy eating the pizza. So
They used they used Han Solo for that. He was
oh,
the guy
you
that.
just- yeah.
I love the part where they're like, "You screwed us over. You screwed us over twice," and he's like, he's like counting on his hands twice. When? What was the second time?
yeah.
Like
They
Han Solo
used-
had some of the best lines.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
and like John said, they used Han Solo as their way of kind of making fun of themselves and pointing out their like kind of somewhat dumbness. Like
I love when they're making the plan to attack the new weapon, and they're sitting there and they're like, "Oh, it's like the Death Star. Oh, we'll just blow it up. We always blow it up. We blow it up.
There's a way to blow it up.
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah.
this was
We'll
the
just
Death Star.
we'll just
man.
trust in the Force or whatever. That's not how it works.
Oh, that was funny.
There's
I
another
really
Death
enjoyed
Star.
that part.
there's always going to be another Death Star.
yeah. There was a lot of good lines.
That was so great. That was so great. And then
Yeah.
I do love one thing that was fun, or like not fun, but kind of like made you keep guessing was when they first find the lightsaber. When they first find Luke's.
Oh,
old
and then
lightsaber.
Ray
And
has all the dreams
Yeah,
or
she
whatever,
has the
visions. Yeah.
But then Finn is the one who actually has it and starts using it. So you're kind of like, until she actually picks it up, and again, spoilers.
Dude, when she picks
at
it
the
up,
end,
I just want to like stand up and start cheering.
Yeah,
and be like,
because-
yes,
and
this is Star Wars.
yeah, because like as soon as it flies out of the snow, you're like,
Yeah,
Like, that was great
snow
to me.
makes everything better.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Oh.
battle should happen in
Part of me-
falling
so
snow.
true. But don't tell me you weren't like, oh, who's the one who's like who's gonna be who's gonna fight? Because the whole time you're trying to figure out who's Kylo Ren
No,
gonna fight.
well,
And then you
I was
got-
hoping Kylo was going to become a good guy because I'm just like, because there's that heartbreaking moment when Han Solo just says like Ben, and it's like, oh my god, he named him after Obi-Wan Kenobi. He named him Ben.
Yeah, that
And then
was-
also,
Oh, you really had
just
that
like-
thought?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did too.
I was,
like, he
just
named him
like,
Ben,
I
like,
was
wow.
about to like cry when he yells Ben. Just the way he says is Ben, and then he's like, oh, I'm all torn up inside. And it's like,
That
and
was
then just
so
when he
great.
stabs him, and then you just see Chewbacca freak out, and everyone freaks out, and it's like, oh.
When Kylo Ren is trying to like
That's my favorite part. That whole section from when Harrison Ford says Ben to like that whole fight in the snow, like that. That is the best.
When Kylo Ren is trying to like basically force grab that lightsaber,
Yeah.
I kind of knew. I was like, he's not going to get it. He's going to go somewhere else. I thought it was Luke. Some part of me was like, it's going to be Luke.
Really?
That would have been nuts.
That would have been stupid.
way too soon.
It would have been nuts.
It would have
but
been
now
kinda
looking back
stupid.
on it, now looking back on it, I'm like, nope, you did it. Nope, you were right. I was wrong.
And
like
this is actually
my
kinda,
way would have sucked compared to yours.
This
JJ.
is actually kind of funny to me, but like, as soon as like the lightsaber comes up and Rey grabs it, there was a part of me that was like, wanted to just kind of like soft clap, like, all right, women's lib, nice,
Yeah.
I like that.
We made it. Hey,
Yeah, they're fine.
women can be Jedis now.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. They're no
Forget
longer-
equal pay in the workplace.
Yeah,
they're Jedis now.
That to me is like a big step forward. Then she's wielding a lightsaber and she's going to fight the main Sith Lord at the time, or not? No, I'm sorry, they're not Sith Lords. Excuse me, the Knights of Ren.
the Knights of Ren.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So, and I was
Yeah, I
like,
want to hear more about. That's the thing is, all the things they mentioned. Like, I want to hear more
yeah,
about
like
the Knights of Ren.
aren't the Sith Lords.
Like
So
that
it's
sounds cool though.
You know what
But
though?
I like that they did that though, because you can't do the Sith Lords. Like one of the guys I do National Guard with was telling me that because he's huge into like Knights of the Old Republic and stuff.
Yeah.
He explained to me this whole rule of two, and I guess the Sith because there's a few cutscenes in Knights
Well,
of the
in
Old Republic.
in your
where it's
favorite
just-
one though,
it's just-
episode 1. You know they're talking about which was destroyed, the Master of the Apprentice, and that's the rule of two too.
That's also true.
Yeah.
But what kills me though
Huh?
is they have if you ever YouTube like Knights of the Old Republic, some of the battle scenes they have, the cutscenes, it's just armies of Sith Lords versus all these armies of Jedis, and it's just so awesome to see like all these red lightsabers coming out and all this Force stuff happening around. It's epic. It's just so epic. And then you start learning about the rule of two, which is there's gotta the Sith Master is only a master as long as he is more powerful rather than his apprentice, because once the apprentice becomes powerful enough to kill the Sith Lord, he does, and then he's the master.
Like when Palpatine killed supposedly who?
Or when Darth Malak shoots on Revan's ship in Knights of the Old Republic. That was a good moment.
Not that it was ever shown, but
I
in
haven't
the
seen that,
prequels, Danny, Palpatine references the fact that he killed his
Darth Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis.
Well,
Although,
he infers that he
there's
is
a
the one
lot
who
of
killed Darth
speculation that
Plagueis.
that's who Snoke is.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet she's Yoda. I'm just kidding.
Oh my
I'm just
God,
kidding.
no.
Corrupted
Yoda's dead.
Force Yoda.
So how did
My
everyone?
dad actually asked me that going into when we were leaving. He was like, "I expected to see Yoda in this one." I was like, "Dad, Yoda's dead," and like a
Wait.
part of me expected him to be
When
like,
you turn 900 years old, see how good you look.
"Yeah, exactly."
So, what did everyone think when they first kind of like showed Snoke? I got nervous. I was like, I don't want this 40-foot tall
Yeah,
creature. Like,
I
that
was
would
like,
suck.
what is going on? This looks terrible.
I got excited because I was like, "Boom!" Shout out to old school Star Wars, because if you remember in the first Star Wars movie, the Emperor is in the exact same thing. He's this giant.
The second one.
Yeah, it's the second one when he's in. So
What is thy bidding, the
no,
master?
I
Empire
understand
Strikes
that.
Back. He's this giant looking creature, and then you find
Yeah,
out,
but-
it's just a
Yeah, but that looked like a projection. This looks
projection.
sort of like a crappy CGI thing.
Yeah.
And then,
No, I felt a lot better.
yeah.
My-
Once
As
I
soon
found
as,
out
soon
it
as
was
it disappears, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with this
Yeah,
movie
my
now.
issue isn't the fact that like he might have been CGI or something, because I think he still will be. My issue is I thought for a second there I was like, the suit's 40 feet tall. This is gonna suck. Like I
don't
don't
know,
want this
that
to
would
be
be kinda
literally
cool.
40 feet tall. No,
No, it would have been stupid.
no, that would have been really.
we
stupid.
don't even.
Maybe
That
I'm
wouldn't
watching
fit.
I'm watching too much Game of Thrones then with the Giants. you
Yeah.
know?
Dude, that wouldn't even fit in with the prequels, which suck. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
Listen, there's races everywhere. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
you
big
never know.
galaxy.
but
The dog
My
just
dog's crying.
died.
yeah.
Cool.
I just would think he would be that tall, but he wouldn't be have any like force powers, and he
So-
would be like the guy who was just wanting Kylo Ren to work for him, and somebody else was training him with something like that. You know what I mean? But then,
Yeah.
but then as it goes on, and you're like, oh, he's definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of speculation. Is Darth Plagueis? I don't know about that. But
I don't think so.
speaking
never
of
know.
speculation on who people are, Kimball, who do you think Rey is?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Her parentage. What are you?
Her heritage.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I couldn't.
You didn't even think about it?
No.
No. See, Charlie over here is all on the.
I mean, it's blatantly obvious she's Luke's daughter, but Danny and
I
John
didn't
really
even. I
react.
didn't even consider it. I didn't even give it a thought. Like, who's her parents?
Oh, really? That's not like you're not rearing to find out.
No.
Ah,
No.
You're boring. You just like
Why am
you're
I
just
boring?
watching. You're just watching the movie. No speculation.
No. Yeah, that's really what I just did. I mean, I didn't even. When I found out that Kylo Ren was Han, in Leia's,
Han's son, yeah, Han and Leia's son.
I didn't expect that coming.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even know because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the lore and all this. When he says I'm not gonna be as good as my grandfather, I'm like, wow. I thought as Vader, I was like, wow. So I just didn't see that.
See, I thought he was.
But that didn't make me want to look. Like,
yeah.
who's Ren?
Well, since I know some stuff from the EU and that like Han's eldest son, who was twins with Jaden, I think Jaden, Jaya and Jason, whatever. One of his kids turns evil, so I'm like, I feel like this is a direction they might go. But no, the thing about Rey, I don't think like Luke Skywalker would like purposely leave his child like alone somewhere and then go on like adventures by himself.
See, you put the word adventures in there, which is really weird because I don't think he went on adventures, dude. I think he went to this remote island to do the same reason that
jerk off by himself.
The same reason that Yoda went to Dagobah, man. He is Yoda in this story.
But Yoda isn't the father of
That's not the point.
Luke
He's the Yoda of this
Skywalker.
trilogy.
Yeah, but I thought that the reason he went to the island because he failed as like.
Yes, that
the
is. No,
teacher.
that is why.
yeah, like he's trying to find
Which is
like
why
the
Yoda
secret
went.
of the Jedi or whatever.
He literally is Yoda.
No,
of this trilogy.
Yoda just went in exile. Yeah, but Yoda doesn't have kids.
Danny, you're going off of like these memories she's getting from a lightsaber that he just straight up abandoned her.
There are force. No, he would have had to abandon her if she ends up there, unless she was stolen, I guess.
Her midichlorian is high.
Yeah, I mean, come on, super high.
Dude,
Like there's residual metal chlorians on the lightsaber. That's what happens.
Luke's lightsaber seeks her out. R2-D2 turns back on when she walks in the room.
Yeah, with the lightsaber.
He's got good points here.
Yeah, but what?
And-
R2D2's force sensitive? What are you saying?
Yes, he's sensitive to the Skywalkers.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about?
He's
Is
trying
this your
to.
first
He's
Star
trying to.
Wars
He's
movie,
trying to
Danny?
find the map, man.
What do you know about droids?
These are
I
not
know
the
they're
droids you're looking
slaves.
for,
All right,
Danny.
droids are slaves. Free all the droids. Tiny Rick. Yeah,
Danny, your droids are not welcome here.
yeah. They'll have to wait outside.
Dude,
Yeah.
turns back on. All right? She has the Force. She's the
So
one.
the force isn't some genetic like
But
passing on.
R2-D2...
I thought it was.
No.
R2-D2...
It just surrounds us,
in, like-
penetrates us, and binds the galaxy together. It doesn't go to specific families.
In,
Go ahead.
it doesn't?
No.
Oh. So it's just the world's biggest coincidence that it went from Anakin to Luke.
No, because the Force wanted someone to redeem Anakin. So it took the family member to redeem the father.
Take out the prequel
That's the Force
trilogies.
goes.
Take
What
out
do
the
you mean?
prequel trilogies. It is genetic to some extent.
No, it's not. Why is Leia's power so dormant then? Huh? Why isn't she all like woolly nilly thrown up?
Because that's not the way the
thrown
plot
up-
wants her to be.
Yeah, okay. It's all made up.
That's
What
my
are you going to
point.
argue about?
But R2-D2, he's like the one character that actually knows he basically knows the plot. He knows the plot in the original. He knows the plot
BB-8
here.
comes back with the other half of the
That's
stupid
so
thing.
wrong. You're wrong.
That's not wrong. It's not wrong.
So how do you guys feel when you first saw like the original crew come out? Like when you first saw Han, when you first saw Leia.
When I first saw Han was like, it was a big smile on my face. Just how he's like, we're home. Just like how
I
he
love
says
the
everything.
reintroduction of C-3PO. That was great.
Yeah. With C-3PO. He hey,
Han
I don't know if
and Leia,
you
but it's like half a moment.
I don't-
He was like,
I don't know if you'd recognize me with my red arm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought that was pretty campy.
Yeah.
it was awesome,
a
but it was
little bit.
perfect C-3PO.
Oh yeah, it was fine.
Well, we just had like this huge action scene, so I was all right, let's get a little levity
Do you
in here.
know Peter Mayhew only played Chewbacca when he was sitting down?
Yeah,
Because
he
he's
can't
like
walk
7'2"
now.
with the
Yeah.
world's worst knees, so he can't do anything but sit down.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So what about when I first
At the
saw,
very end, that's him and Ray when he's like, "Oh."
I love that scene. Could somebody help me? He's tried to kill me 9 times.
Yeah.
That's okay, though. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, with Finn. Yeah.
with Finn trying to like patch him up.
The first time I saw Leia, though, because, like, you know, I mean, I've seen Harrison Ford, and I know he's getting old or whatever, and for some reason, Luke, it didn't surprise me the way he looked.
Well, you saw him on The Flash.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did
he
not.
did.
I wasn't on that.
No, he's in the first season.
Yeah, it's
right.
first season. The Trickster.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
that. But maybe I
whatever.
did. So I must have seen him in the Flash. But
You were
I wasn't as surprised to see him when he came out. But when I saw Leia, I was like, oh wow, she.
Well, I had seen her in 30 Rock. She was in an episode of that.
Seems like her voice changed quite a bit.
Yeah, well,
That's a weird thing.
Coke
People
Coke can do that to you.
What is it?
Cocaine can do that to
Why
you.
she did a lot of coke?
Yeah,
Oh, she has a lot of drug problems. She's open about it though.
she's
Oh, really?
bipolar too.
Aren't we all a little bit?
Dude,
Yeah.
actually, you
Especially
know
this
what? I
kid.
wasn't surprised on how she looked because what
'Cause
was I
30
doing?
Rock's
I think I had
hilarious.
to take my wife to go do something, and we were
My
sitting,
wife.
my wife. When we were,
That's 5 times, guys.
and we were waiting. We were sitting in like a waiting room, and on the TV they had like whatever Good Morning America, whatever with Kathy Lee and Pagoda, whatever her name is, two obnoxious women.
What? The View?
No, man, Kathy Lee and Pagoda. They're on like Good Morning America.
Isn't Steve
I-
Harvey?
They both sit there.
Steve
at, like,
Harvey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 7 in the morning, and they both have like a glass of wine, and they're kind of like half hammered.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's,
We
it's
get
the worst.
tipsy
No,
fellas.
it's literally one of the worst things I've ever seen in your life. And Carrie Fisher happened to be on it, and I was like, God, she looks kind of like shit.
Did you see her daughter, though? She's in the
She
movie.
looked good in the movies, but on Good Morning America, she looked like shit.
Yeah, but Carrie Fisher's daughter, have you seen her? She's in.
No.
She's like like standing next to Carrie Fisher in a lot of things. She has like the similar haircut.
Oh yes, in the background of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
is actually like. Yeah.
She looks a lot like her.
Dude, the I don't want to say cameos, but the I don't know, guest stars, whatever to call it in Star Wars, pretty good.
Oh, like
like you had,
all the lost people.
What's his name? No, but I don't know his character name, but Simon Pegg played the guy that gave out the
rations.
the
guy.
rations on Jakku.
Yeah. That's 6 rations, but yesterday it was 3 for something. That's what it is. Blah blah blah. I'm a fat guy in the desert of Jakku.
That's Simon Pegg.
That's my Simon Pegg impression.
And then
It wasn't bad. It
yeah.
wasn't bad.
and then Kimball,
like
you'll
my
be
Jason
surprised to know this
Statham.
one. When Rey first kind of like tries to use her Force powers and gets the Jedi, gets the first order stormtrooper to
Stormtrooper?
like unlatch
oh yeah,
her things
Yeah.
and like drop. That's Daniel Craig.
Is it really?
Yes.
yeah, isn't that nuts?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Isn't
Yeah.
that awesome?
Wow.
He's just happy it's not James Bond.
You can sort of tell it's his voice like 1 or 2 times, but other than that, it's like really hard to make it out.
Because that dude hates James Bond. He wants nothing to do with it anymore.
Why? He hates
no,
James
no,
Bond?
he said he might do it again.
Why is he?
No,
hate James
last
Bond?
interview he did.
The last interview before that, no, he gave an interview like right when he finished. Was like, no, I never want to do that again. That's terrible. That's and
What
then-
after Spectre? I mean,
Yeah.
Spectre.
yeah,
Spectra.
Spectre. And then like another interview, he said, "Well, of course I'm going to say that. That's like asking someone after they ran a marathon if they want to do it again. Of course I'm going to say no."
Yeah,
He's-
fair enough.
And now he's like, maybe I will. He's
But,
got one more under contract, anyways.
I think
Oh, he
John's
does?
taking a
Yeah.
shit. I'm calling him out. Guys, let's call out John. John's taking a shit. What a terrible time to take a shit.
But so what was their favorite part of
Oh, God.
Force
my
Awakens.
favorite part? Like a favorite scene?
yeah,
Or-
well, anything. I don't know, music cue. Guy in the credits had an interesting
I
name.
don't know. I like how Ray was schooling Han Solo on his own ship.
Oh yeah. It's like
But-
you could pull this out and do this. It's
Yeah.
like
I loved
really.
I
Yeah.
loved when Kylo Ren walks back into the room where Rey was, and he finds she's not there, and he starts going berserk and just taking his lightsaber and everything in the room. The 2 stormtroopers,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they just
That
turn
was
around
good.
and walk away.
Yeah.
One of those was Daniel Craig.
No,
Daniel Craig was every stormtrooper in it. Actually,
no. Actually, I think
Even
one of those
Finn-
is
even Finn.
Pierce Brosnan, and the other one was Timothy Dalton. If I'm not mistaken, No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, that'd be funny.
Just every
All right.
stormtrooper is a former Bond.
I got
guy.
like 2 favorite parts. Like one, maybe 3. All right, I'm 3. All right, the part where Harrison Ford says Ben at the walkway there, And then the first part is the one where Kylo Ren like stops the bullet like in
Oh,
the middle.
God,
of it.
yeah,
was
that
so
was
good.
that was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third one is probably when Rey grabs the lightsaber and it shoots past Kylo Ren.
I didn't even know like when he stopped the bullet or whatever the light.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know the Force could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
this guy's
What was
powerful.
your favorite part?
I said it when Han Solo when Rey was
Doing the stuff in the ship.
schooling Han Solo.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
You know what?
The
I
Ben
liked-
the Ben part was good, but that was like
Yeah.
that was
I was
deep.
about to cry.
Yeah. it was
I
good.
actually found that a little campy.
What?
Why?
The call out of Ben, I know, was weird to me. I loved it, but like,
You
It, like,
have
took me
you
a
no
second.
heart?
I don't know. I mean, it's like kind of like
no,
he's
no.
like
When he killed him, I lost it.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah,
my
yeah.
God, no, it's
I didn't
so-
see it coming. They did a good job.
Yeah, I was actually
Somebody-
was like, oh wow, they're actually not gonna have him do it.
Somebody pointed out to me, and I gotta picture this again. So in that scene where he kills Han Solo,
Oh, the sun goes down.
The
like
sun's
as
going
soon-
down.
Yeah.
right? Now, as the sun's going down, Kylo Ren has one blue eye, one red eye. When the sun fully goes away, both eyes go red, and he kills Han.
Really?
Yeah, somebody pointed that out to
I gotta
me.
look at that.
How was your shit?
I
We're calling you out. At least I am.
I like just the fact though
couldn't
that the
sit
sun's
here
up.
and listen to your ridiculous.
You're just jealous at a
Theory.
pure viewing of Star Wars.
I mean, I am, but you haven't. As soon as
Wow,
that
this is
movie,
episode 8
As soon as I told you I went and saw it, you have not stopped.
When's that coming out?
next year.
Ray's daughter
No,
is
no,
Luke's daughter.
I mean,
Ray's
the
Luke's
year
daughter.
after.
I don't- and I'm sorry, but no, he wouldn't leave her on a freaking planet.
All right, we've already gone there, but yeah.
I know you did, but I just
John's on my side. Kimball, where are you? What do
He's
you think?
undecided.
Yeah, I am undecided. I didn't even cross my mind
So
to think
actually,
about it.
so to bring you into the conversation,
He does make good points though.
no. You don't have to
No,
bring me in. I'm in.
it's
I'm here.
the
No,
droid
no.
waking up.
I
It's a
know.
droid for
But
God's
we haven't
sakes.
gotten yours. What's your favorite, scene or moment or?
Oh, what was my favorite scene or moment in the new one? Oh, I think, and I feel like a lot of people would maybe agree with me or maybe not. Would be when they're running, when Finn and Rey are running, and they're like, oh, why are we going towards that? And they're running towards the ship. I forget what it is.
Yeah, they're running towards another
They're
ship,
running
and
towards
then
another
they're
ship.
like,
I was gonna
And
say that
should we-
scene
What,
too.
what
I
about,
freaking love
and she
that
goes,
scene.
What you get? And Finn's like, what about that starship over there? That's a piece of junk. And they keep running, and then all of a sudden, to the piece of junk, and they get in, and it literally, for me, that I had like a nostalgic flashback to the original Star Wars when they go in there and Finn is sitting there and he's shooting from the turret and this and that, which is hilarious. Which I just like to point out. I think it's hilarious that Finn has no idea how to use weapons and how to shoot very properly, and he's a stormtrooper. Which
no,
just,
he
just
knows how to
goes
shoot a
show-
blaster.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not. That's like the only thing he's good at. That just cracks me.
That's
up.
all he did. He was just on the blaster simulator.
Guys, did they get like new blasters in this movie? Stormtroopers hit things in this movie. It was nuts.
Well, yeah.
They also got hit by all of like
Empire-
Oscar Isaac's bullets because there's that one scene where he where Poe takes down like 8 different
Yeah, that was
craft and
that
stuff.
was amazing. I love
just
that
like
scene.
shooting around Finn and stuff.
Yeah, that was great. But what I like about it though was that scene. So they go in the Millennium Falcon. She starts flying, which that to me, I was just like, oh, look what they're doing. You know, she's in the Millennium Falcon, which is
I
great.
like when she's in the Falcon with Chewie though at the end though.
That one,
good,
I got a little upset. I was like, it's not Han. And I mean, like, I know he's dead and
Then
stuff, but
John just started crying right there. No,
a little bit.
When you were watching Empire, we were like, no, how dare Lando and Admiral Akbar get in the...
it's not Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar was never in the Millennium
Oh,
Falcon.
no, it was...
It's Yub
take
Yub
that hat
Yub
off.
no,
Yub
right
I
now.
know.
It's,
he was in the...
You don't know.
Yub
You
Yub,
don't
isn't
know.
it like Yub Yub or
No, it's Enub.
I don't know.
He was
whatever.
in the. I love that
Yeah,
he was
him
in it.
and Admiral Akbar were in it, yeah.
I love that they
It's
were
a
in
trap.
the new one. But no, I really got a little kind of like, that's so sad, you know, when that happened. But I did love that they had the Falcon, and it was like, to them, it was like, oh, how do we fly this thing? And I also loved that they brought back the weird game, the weird chess game with
Yes.
the walking
Oh, yeah.
screen out, and
He like
and
accidentally just like opens it up.
and
Chewie
did
looks
anyone
up.
else? And Danny, I know you noticed it. Charlie, I don't know if you did.
The
but
training ball.
The training ball. Yeah, wow.
course,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Come
Picked it
on.
up. I was like, he's like, oh, what is this? And throws it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So,
Those are the masks they use as well.
what do you
When
mean?
they find them in there, those are the masks from the original trilogy.
What do you mean when the breathing masks?
Yes.
Yeah, from
Like
Those are
they
the same
use-
from
ones.
Empire.
Are
Yeah.
they the same ones?
Yeah.
Because they
because,
used
or-
them on Empire. Remember when they
Yeah,
go
yeah,
out
when
and
they're in the
the
giant worm.
Minox are there.
You know what,
Yeah.
John? I can agree with you. I love the reveal of
The Millennium
the
Falcon.
Millennium Falcon. I actually like it more than the reveal of Han and Chewie.
Because
Boom.
what I liked about it though was like it started instantly raising questions for me. I was like, "Where's Han and Chewie? What's going on?
Right.
What happened here? Why? How does she know how to fly this thing?" It's like she's a pilot, and I just love that. I love that they showed that her talent for flying. She utilized how to fly, but the fact that Finn was like, "Oh, how do I do this? How do I shoot this thing?" and this and that. And so I love how that came out. But just the
Oh, like
fact
when
that they're
Finn's
like,
with Poe and he's like learning how to
Yep,
shoot in the.
exactly.
So before
That was cool.
because I want to get
I
into
like
like
that.
favorite characters. Before we get into that, I just do want to say the set pieces in this movie, the friggin' set pieces, holy shit,
yeah.
like, she's
Star
living in
Killer
the-
Base, man.
What?
That wasn't that good.
dude. When she's living
What
in
part?
Star Killer Base, the big sun
The-
killer thing.
the,
The-
the new Death Star.
the new Death
Yeah.
Star, that's a planet though.
Yeah,
Now, is it
Yeah,
built
whatever.
into the planet? Or
Yes.
is
yeah,
the
it's
planet,
built into the planet.
Okay,
Yeah.
'cause
But
it kind of has like
that
a
was,
Halo
you know,
feel to it. Cause
like,
It
I
does
get-
look like Halo.
Danny,
yeah.
because it's built into the thing.
I get that was okay, but like, you had her living in an AT-AT walker. That was fucking
That was cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
on
that was
top of that,
cool.
you had the thing
I like when she puts on the
Where she-
helmet too.
Yeah.
just
right,
like pretend.
where she goes
Yeah,
by
that's
the
fun.
downed Star Destroyer.
Yeah,
Even
that
though
was
you
cool.
see it in the trailer
Trailer.
though.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
don't get the
so
part where she
good.
like slides down the huge hill
Yeah,
and stuff.
that I
No,
really
I'm
like
telling
that.
you. Yeah, I do kind of, sort of, somewhat agree with you about
I
the
like that she's, like, walking
the new
around.
kind of Death Star, the Death Planet, or whatever. But
Yeah.
outside of this, I think the set pieces were so fucking brilliant.
I loved it. And what a performance
and-
by Simon Pegg.
And the and the place where what was her name? Oh God,
Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata. I hope she didn't die. I need more of her.
Who are you talking at? With Mask? Which one was she?
Basically, the new cantina,
The one
if
it
you
was
will.
like the lady
Oh,
was
the
like
little one.
when
I've
she's talking to
seen
Finn,
the
it's
eyes.
like I've seen those eyes
She
before.
like-
You want
she-
to run, don't
she like
you?
magnifies her glasses and like gets up like on the table
Yeah,
and like
she
crawls
was a
across
great-
it.
she
I
was
didn't
a
really
great
care for
character.
the new music for the cantina.
Oh, you didn't like
It was
that
a thing,
song?
it was a-
Nah,
It was fine.
It was
I
kind.
don't
It was
think-
kind of like a
I don't think it's as
backcountry.
memorable as
Yeah,
No, it's
the
not.
other
Well, it's
one.
not at all.
it was like backcountry hobo music.
But I loved all of it. Oh God.
It was good.
But
was
do we have favorite characters? I'm gonna say right now, mine. I know he wasn't in the movie that much. I know we didn't get to see that much of him. But I am just
BB-8?
I am No, we get to see plenty of BB-8. It was awesome.
I know he's the best.
God, I did love BB-8. I want one of those BB-8 droids.
I want to see more of who was the. I thought that she'd have a bigger role. The general, she had the silver.
Oh, Hux.
Yeah, she had the big silver.
No,
Oh.
Phantasma.
Oh, Phasma.
Phasma.
Captain Phasma?
Yeah,
Captain
I
Phasma,
expect
yeah.
to see her a lot more.
I think we
so-
will.
Yeah.
They-
But you know
whatever.
who that's played by though?
Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah, freaking
Brienne of
Lady-
Tarth.
Brienne of Tarth. I was like,
Tarth.
that's
Huh?
awesome.
Brienne of Tarth from
Game of Thrones.
Brienne of Tarth.
The tall
Come
blonde
on,
one. The bear and the maiden fair.
Yep.
She fights the bear.
Has she been in all the
thing.
seasons, or
Since like season 2 or 3.
Yeah. She kills
Two.
the hound.
She like pretty much rescues Jamie Lannister. How do you not know
All right,
Brienne?
you-
she
Clearly.
rescues Jamie Lannister? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the Hound was killed by Arya. No?
Nope.
I haven't got that far.
I mean, she punched the hound
We'll
off.
see.
A
I
cliff.
haven't got that far.
Spoilers.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
but then Arya
Appreciate that
leaves him for dead.
Yeah, but
Thanks.
still,
Appreciate that, guys.
Whatever. It's your own
Um,
fault.
that's
I
The
think
books are how old?
They
Come on.
you never that scene when they technically killed her, which they never showed, so I don't think that she's
killed who?
done. Phasma.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, whatever.
they don't think-
She was kind of like a non-factor. to me.
They killed her, but they didn't show it. They just made a tiny. But that reference is do you get a do you get a trash compactor anywhere on this thing?
Yeah, that was great.
I like the part where Finn's like yelling at her. It's like I'm in charge now. I'm in charge, and Han's like, "Hey, calm down, calm down."
But
I'm a big deal. Okay, they're a big deal.
Yeah. Women always find the
my
truth.
favorite character and the person who I hope gets a huge ass role in episode 8, Poe Dameron. good friggin' lord, I love Poe Dameron. Just that.
Yeah.
So how does this go? Do I talk first? Do you talk first?
Yeah, what blows my mind is the last thing I saw him in was Ex Machina. So to see Oscar Wilde.
Oh,
He's also Hux is in it too.
last
Donald
thing.
Gleason.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like a total role reversal.
Yeah.
One's a fun-loving kid in one movie, and now he's like the serious.
Now he's Adolf Hitler. or
Yeah.
Joseph
Domhnall
Goebbels or
Gleeson
something.
is fantastic
Yeah.
in that movie.
Oh, who's that?
Basically,
In Ex
the
Machina.
new version of Grand Moff Tarkin.
Hux.
Dude,
Hux.
did you watch the same movie? The new
Hux.
version of Grand Moff Tarkin.
I think I don't know if you're saying it wrong. I'm just not picking up on.
Did you never watch the original
The redheaded
trilogy?
guy.
Oh yeah.
Do you not know who Grand Moff Tarkin is?
It's Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah. You don't know who
You're adding
Tarkin
extra.
is?
Is it Tarkin or is it Tarkin? How do I say it, Danny?
Tarkin. You're
Tarkin.
adding extra syllables.
Tarkin? I'm
Or
sorry.
And
whatever.
you're freaking me out.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
the guy
I'm
that's
like,
with
are we talking about the same
the guy that's
person?
with the guy that's with Darth and basically Darth
Yeah.
Vader in like every scene, the first one.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
We should double that. It's. I can't.
That he was awesome. Do you know he was the front runner to play the new Doctor before they cast Peter Capaldi? But
Cool.
no, I need more Poe Dameron in my life. That dude was he was so good.
What about you, Kimball? What's your favorite?
He's going to be the new
character?
Apocalypse
I was a big
in
fan
X-Men: Age
of
of
Finn.
Apocalypse.
Finn?
Wow,
Yeah,
I
you good
thought.
comedic timing.
Yeah.
Oscar
he had
Isaacs.
a lot of good funny
Poe
things.
Dameron.
Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. Poe Dameron is going to be Apocalypse.
Yeah, I know.
Last thing I saw him in was Inside Llewyn Davis. Great movie.
He's awesome in that.
Yeah.
So is Adam Driver.
Dude, Danny, can't wait for that new Coen Brothers movie.
No, but
Looks
Adam
fantastic.
Driver's in
Yes, he is.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yes,
He
he's good in
says
that.
outer
That's the other thing I've
space.
seen him in. Yes, he was good in
Outer
that.
Space.
See, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's Coen Brothers, man.
Bill Cody is
That
I think
makes
his
me have
character
seen
name.
it. What? I don't.
You should see it. You should see every.
Do you not
Coen
know who the
Brothers
Coen
movie.
Brothers are, John?
Yes, I know the Coen Brothers.
Okay.
Are.
I was gonna say you're a huge Big
Jesus
Lebowski fan. How does that make any
Christ.
sense?
I know, right?
All right, so my favorite was either Kylo Ren or Rey.
I
Those
can't
were
call
my two
myself a
favorites.
Coen Brothers fan. I've never seen Raising
I don't know.
Arizona.
I can't pick either one.
I know, right?
Oh my God!
I know,
Great
right?
performance by Nicolas Cage.
I love
Hilarious.
the two different
Hilarious.
conversations we're having.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yours is Kylo Ren.
Kylo
right?
Ren or Rey? I can't choose.
I did love Rey.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with. I mean, if Danny, if you're done here,
Yeah.
I loved Chewbacca's performance.
Well-
Believe it or not.
Well, he's not
it's
new.
It's the first time you ever see him get hurt or show more of an emotion besides just being
Yeah.
angry.
What are you talking about? He gets really sad when Han's
But
gonna
I'm
frozen
asking-
the carbonite.
I'm asking
Okay,
more
yeah.
for like who's your favorite like new character? You know what I mean?
favorite new character?
Yeah,
Let's not dwell on the past, man.
yeah.
Wow, that was harsh.
Bam.
Because like Han's probably
I
the
gotta
best part of
say,
that movie for
I-
most of it.
I gotta say, I'm partial to Finn, just because of his name.
Oh,
Yeah, but see-
516.
There you go. Who
Yeah.
gave Finn his name?
Charlie's favorite character.
Poe Dameron, man.
Yeah.
So what's your name? F1 M657. How about Finn?
I'll call you Finn.
Finn.
I like Finn. That was pretty cool.
And that scene where they finally see each other for the first time again. He's like, I thought
Give each
you were
other a
dead,
hug.
man.
My jacket.
It looks good on you.
Yeah, you wear it.
Oh God, Poe Dameron was so good.
All right.
By the way, I am so glad that they didn't blow up the Star Destroyer with another little hole. Like Poe Dameron actually went inside and like blew up all the things like around it, and they actually blew it up
Yeah,
from the
he
inside.
had a lot.
That was
to
cool.
destroy.
By the way, and maybe Danny, maybe you might have a little bit of an insight or an answer for this one. Why, when they actually went and had that like big fight, like the dog fight on the new Death Star, why is it that there was only X-wings? I was a little disappointed. I wanted like a couple Y-wings, like an A-wing.
X-wings are the rebel craft.
Yeah,
Like-
but if you want to blow something up, I mean, why wouldn't you have a Y-wing with you? Because
Well,
they're rebels, they're not technically.
Yeah, they're not part of the resistance. They're not part of like the full,
Empire,
full, like
not the
Senate,
Empire,
the Republic, the new Republic.
Oh, okay.
They're like an
And if you notice,
offshoot.
they had
They're like a
different-
guerrilla.
Your boy there, Poe, had his own X-wing. Was black. Yeah. Shows he was like the leader, I guess.
So yeah,
But
I guess
they're
they're supposed to be like Rogue Squadron, I guess, and I think most of the Rogue Squadron all used X-wings.
So-
that's pretty much all they used because they loaded them up. I think they were like specially fitted because if you notice, they had more bombs.
Yeah.
They actually had bombs on the X-wings.
Were you a little disappointed though? I mean, I was slightly disappointed it wasn't like a different ship.
Yeah. Well, no, there was Kylo Ren's ship was pretty cool. The like V-looking like
Yeah.
shuttle thing.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
Really
He
cool.
means like for the.
yeah,
Oh, for the Alliance.
yeah.
Or the
There wasn't
Resistance.
even any different. There was even the First Order. All they had was TIE fighters.
That's-
There were
No,
TIE bombers, no
they
TIE
had those
interceptors.
landing crafts though. Those little like they look kind of
okay,
like those
I'll give you that.
duck boats.
Who was your favorite new character, Kimball?
He already
I already said it.
Who?
Finn.
Oh yeah, you did
You
just
said
say
it
it. That's
earlier.
right.
Yeah,
So wait, you guys are both Finn?
yeah.
I'm more so because I'm just
Okay.
partial to the name.
Why is it for you?
I think it's comedic timing.
And why is Kylo Ren your favorite, by the way?
Because he's the most. Well, no, Rey's my other favorite too. Because they're both the
Pick
new.
one.
I can't pick one.
Yes.
How, you're asking
can't
me
do
to
that.
pick between the dark and the light, man. I'm just going gray right down the middle.
Oh man.
God, that's such a boring.
No, what do you want me to do? You know, you can't choose. It's like choosing which of your parents is your favorite.
Yeah, Danny. It's called. What's it called? Crap. Sophie's Choice, Danny.
Yeah,
All right.
it is Sophie's choice.
I don't know. I enjoyed.
I don't know.
The only I thought was funny
That-
was the only real new advancement for the TIE fighter. It shoots backwards now. That was the only thing I could see that was different. Its color scheme and the fact that it shoots backwards.
No, I think they could do that before.
No, they couldn't.
They didn't have two pilots.
No.
That scene where like Rey and Kylo Ren like fight and they're having lights, and Kylo Ren just kind of taking it to her, and then all of a sudden she realizes, wait a minute.
I
What
gotta
does he
feel
say?
the force.
He says something to her.
Do
He says,
you
I can-
need a teacher?
can
You
teach
need
you
a
the ways.
teacher. I can teach you with the force or whatever.
And then she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the Force," and she like just like has that like calm come over, and all of a sudden she's like, "Wait a minute,
And then kicks
I'm a
butt.
complete friggin' badass," and just like takes it back to him.
Yeah, that's
And
one
like
thing.
the ground's like splitting all around them and shit.
Yeah,
Aw,
that was cool.
I kind of. I mean.
Boo, John. John's about to tell
What?
us.
I liked it. I just feel like it was a little quick
You're
because she had
quick.
never heard of any of that stuff before. Then all of a sudden, oh, I have the Force. Oh, I can totally
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
control
but
this guy.
she was already a good like lightsaber fighter, and also obviously that stormtrooper was weak-minded.
I don't know. James
He wasn't
Bond is
a,
not a
he was
weak-minded
he wasn't
guy.
that trideric. Mind tricks don't work on him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
All right. Well,
But
maybe.
on top of that, like, she had heard stories of the Force. That's the thing.
Listen, the force.
Like, she grew up
It's
listening
mystical,
and
man.
hearing stories of the Force, right? And then, like,
I'll give it to you.
Han.
and she learned stuff from
basically
Kylo Ren and that fight with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
It helped her like
All right. Yeah.
Like-
okay,
like-
I'll give
like-
you that
And-
one. Yeah,
and-
because like they go back and forth, and she's
Yeah.
like, "You're afraid. You're afraid of this and that." Oh, yeah. And she's like, okay.
You're afraid you won't be
and like,
powerful enough.
think
Yeah.
about it too, because like that's it sets it up when he's like the stories, all of them, they're true. You know what I mean? And like even about the Jedi's and stuff. So Jedi's are real. You know, like when she does that thing where she mind controls that stormtrooper, like she's doing it just because she's like, I've heard stories that people with the Force they mind control stormtrooper. I wonder if that's really true. You will bring this to me.
It's not like
Is
she
that
does it
gonna
the
work?
first try too.
You know what I mean? Like she doesn't
Yeah,
know.
she-
She's
I
just
get it.
attempting it. You know what I mean?
I'll give it to you. All right, man.
And I just love that. Oh, that
pretty
battle's
good.
so good. But then again, John, you probably just want some crappy like dance scene with lightsabers in it, like the original. Not the original. Sorry, the prequels.
dance now.
Yeah, how can you keep
Dun,
throwing
dun,
that at me when
I'm just
you're
kidding
like
with you.
you're
John
such-
John wants Vibe to show up and start breakdancing.
Oh my god!
That's
I
what he
would walk
wants.
out of the theater. How could you say you are like all about? You got such a rager for
I do.
the first, and the only thing that's good about
I
any
don't
of
have a
those
rager
movies,
for
you
it.
have a total rager for it.
No, I'm just defending it against Revenge of the Sith.
The best prequel.
I don't even think Revenge of the Sith was very good.
Yeah, shut your
I
mouth.
didn't
No,
care
but I
for
mean,
that
all
one
those.
either.
That's the thing too. Is like the lightsaber battles in
You have
Force
done
Awakens
that yourself,
are
Anakin.
literally they're legit lightsaber battles. They're not choreographed dance numbers with lightsabers in the middle of them, which the prequels were.
What are you talking about? Phantom Menace has an awesome battle scene at the
Yeah,
end.
that
It's not that
Fight
bad.
scenes-
No,
no,
that's
that's
I think that's
great.
the best lightsaber battle in all of the prequel
it's-
trilogy.
A prequel trilogy, yes.
Sure,
it is
yeah.
the best one.
Yeah.
But
Well, what's the
It's
best
not.
lightsaber battle in the originals?
oh, Luke and
Luke and
But which
Vader
one?
at the end.
yeah,
At the
Return,
end.
Jedi.
Return of the
Return of
Jedi.
Jedi,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
probably.
that's-
Just the whole
Well,
fact where he's like,
especially-
if
and
you
then
will
you
not
have- when
turn, then she will. And then he's just like, no! And then the
And
music
then-
starts
and then-
swelling and
And
stuff.
then you have yes, good.
That was
Feel
great.
the hate flow through you. You
And
failed,
you just
Your
have him
Highness.
sitting up there, like, just like wanting him to overthrow Darth Vader at that point.
Yeah. Well, you wanted the more stronger apprentice.
But I did like the 1-2 between them and Empire as well. That was really good.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No.
Because the dynamic is so different in both of them. They're both great
It's
for their
true.
own different reasons, you know?
Yeah,
very
yeah, but
true.
in Empire, it's just basically Vader just throwing a bunch of books at him
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
like, you
It's
don't know any
stupid.
of this stuff, and he's
By the
like
way,
throwing them at it.
Going back to why...
It's just like it's like a father abusing his son. He's just slapping
Yeah.
around
Right.
using
Yeah,
his
that's
ring.
Going back to
hands.
why Return of the Jedi is my favorite, because Luke is such a goddamn badass in that movie.
We've probably bored our audience here.
So,
Going on
probably...
for a little while.
Kimball,
So
take us home.
final, can we give a...
So we didn't tell you about any with Star Wars, so
That's fine.
I don't care. I mean, if we
Just
get,
quickly,
I'm sure we didn't upset the fan.
the original
The one fan we
and
have,
the
Danny.
one,
The big fan.
the one, the only Attic Podcast 7-star scale. What do you guys give the new Star Wars movie?
I
But
poop
it's
on
not
your
the
7-star
other
scale. I'm going out of 5, and I give it 4 out of 5.
Oh my god, dude!
What?
Oh.
Even Phil today in the group messages used the Attic Podcast 7-star
I don't
scale.
understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. That's what makes it so
Come
brilliant.
on, Danny.
It's 5.5 out of 7.
All
5.5.
Yeah,
So I'm not, yeah, all right.
I don't know.
Kimball,
It's 4 out of 5. What do you
I'd
want?
probably give it a 6.
I'd probably also give it a 6 out of 7.
Let's see.
I might
I
go
would-
6.5. I don't know.
I'd go.
Wow.
See, it's a tough one for me because
The next
I
one's
did
gonna
really
be
enjoy
the
it
next one's
because
gonna
it
be a
was-
7. I'm telling you
because
right
it
now.
was
Episode
spoiled.
8.
it was spoiled. I'm like, But even factoring in this, taking out the spoiler, the best that I can, I'd have to go with
Could you
Yeah,
waffle
5
around it more?
5.5. Yeah, I could. I
Yeah.
could.
All right. Hey, so you're with me.
5.5. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
By episode 8, it's gonna be like a 7, right, guys?
What
Come
about
on.
Rogue One?
It'll be okay.
Rogue One?
I like Felicity
coming out next year?
Jones,
Side-
Mads
side story?
Mikkelsen.
Oh, Rogues.
It's called Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Oh, it's called Rogue One.
This is
Yeah.
not Flash. It's not the Rogues Gallery.
That would
Could
be
you
awesome.
imagine if it was?
That would be a fantastic.
Captain Cold
That would be
Dude,
versus-
awesome.
right?
That'd be
Trickster? Captain Cold?
Yeah, Trickster, whatever. You know, he's
Dude,
cool.
Trickster's
He's
one of the
cool.
main
He's
guys
cool.
in the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I read the Wikipedia. Wikipedia tells me it was really truly based around him.
Listen, they cast
just a
Tar
wiki?
Pit. That's what we all should be happy
Sorry.
about.
So yeah,
Anyway.
so we all enjoyed it. We're all excited for the
I
next
really liked
one.
it.
I need more Poe Dameron in my life. Poe Dameron.
Yeah. He's great. He's great.
so
He was really great.
I like him in Drive.
I do kind of want to marry Ray.
He's in
though.
Drive.
Yeah,
Of course you do.
he's
You wanna
the guy
you wanna
named
bring a beer
Standard.
bottle with like
Oh yeah.
coaster with boobs on it right now.
Where's the
You're so-
deluxe?
An ass, not boobs.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Well, we hope you enjoyed.
I didn't. Just kidding. I enjoyed.
I think, and I don't care. At some point, we are going to talk Doctor Who. I don't care how we do
Oh,
it.
for sure.
And we're
going
going
to
to talk Kung Fury, by the way.
It's actually okay that we didn't talk Doctor Who because me and John are waiting till we hang out tomorrow night to watch the Christmas special.
Husbands of River Song. It'll be fantastic.
If Matt Smith is in it, I'm literally gonna take off my pants and start masturbating right there on spot.
I've seen him do it, and I wasn't proud of it. I was like, I
All right.
can't watch this.
On that
Because Matt
bombshell.
Smith's better than David Tennant.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.